Let's let them know. Turn up. Beatsbysaid.com. BEATSBYCED.com.
What's happening? K100 Radio, what's good? What up, though, man? Welcome, everybody. I'm your host, Blizzard. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to the show. What's going on? You dig? Look at my drink over here. Let's see my drink over here. Let's get this thing right. What up? Instagram Live, what's happening, man? Facebook Live, what's happening, man? You know what it is, man. It's the MICC right here on K100 Radio, all right? The Music Industry Conference call. You know what I'm talking about? That's what we're doing tonight, right here on K100 Radio. It's going to be great, man. A lot of informative stuff that's going to be pouncing on. Real quick, let me bring my homie Muggs a Million. Muggs, my co-host for tonight. What's going on, man? The creator of the MICC that's going to be brought to you via K100 Radio. What's happening, fam?
What up with you, bro?
Chillin', man.
Yes, sir. Muggs a Million in the building. What up, y'all?
Chillin', man. Joining us via Skype. It's the first time we've ever had a chance to do a MIC Music Industry Conference call with him on here via Skype. So this thing's going to be some fun tonight. You know what I'm talking about, man?
Yes,
what's going on, bro? What's happening, man? What's up?
Man,
you ready?
Coolin', bro. Yes, sir. Fresh off a Grammy night and, you know what I mean, feeling right up in the home office, man. And we live, man, hollering at the people, man, face to face this time, man. What up, y'all out there? Facebook Live, Instagram Live, K100 fam. What up? What up?
Man, we finna take this thing off, you did? NY Lady J checking in over here on Instagram Live. I'm Reese, what up, checking in over here on Instagram Live. Carol Soto, Tampa Music Conference, checking in on Facebook Live. Holly Richardson checking in. What's going on, ladies? Welcome, everybody. I'm glad y'all are not, let's pause for a second. I'm glad you guys are not tardy for the party because this is not Ill or Kill. This is not a direct line interview. This is the MICC. This is the Music Industry Conference call right here on K100 Radio. And what we do with this particular segment, this is all about information. It's all about talking about straight up the music industry, a discussion. We've done a lot of these. We've had Big Gip on. We've had DJ Scream. We've had DJ Johnny O, Fleet DJs, head of Fleet DJs. Who else we had, man? Give me some more names,
Smith, CSAC, man.
Yeah.
We had CSAC reps. All kind of people, man. Sony ATV reps, man, from publishing administrators, and entertainment attorneys, everything, man. We've been getting down, man. It's been a good look.
Right. We just had a lot of people on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, you know, I want to make sure that we break down everybody that we got coming in for the night. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go ahead and get. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead and introduce everybody. Let's introduce our two guests. Not introduce them, but tell everybody who we got coming up tonight. Go ahead and tell us who we got tonight, Muggs.
All right, so for one, man, we just want to send condolences, man, out to Leah Ewing and her family, man, our original guest that was going to be on here tonight, man. She had a family member pass, and their funeral is tonight. So condolences to her and the family, man, on the passing of her loved one. But we got taking her spot tonight, man, DJ Big Daddy, man, the owner of VIRDIKO. You know what I'm saying? If y'all ain't familiar with VIRDIKO, the digital, basically like service pack distribution, man, for singles and everything, man, for y'all artists out there, man. Y'all better get with that, tune in for that. And then we got my man Chris Martignago, man, A&R research director, man, over there at Atlantic Records, tuning in tonight too, man. So it's gonna be a good little night, man. Artists, producers, even DJs, man, that's tuning in, managers, whatever, man. Y'all get ready to soak up some game, man. Come with some good questions, man, tonight, because it's gonna be some powerful stuff going on tonight.
Absolutely. NY Lady J asks, are we going to hear them too? Of course you are. It's what we do over here in K100 Radio. Yeah. We got everything looking sweet. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Big Daddy the DJ. I put DJ Big Daddy, but he was like, well, I said Big Daddy the DJ. You know what I'm saying? He said, that's how I said.
Okay.
So Kel, the homie Kel, Big Daddy the DJ, he coming on at 8:30, man, and we got some questions for him. But you know what? Yeah. You know, for the first part of the show, me and you, we always chop it up and we bounce off each other before we bring our guest on. Again, 347, the phone lines are open though, so 347-934-0966. That's the number to dial into the show. That's the number that you can call in with any question that you have about the music industry. We taking all questions. Hit us up. We want you to call in, even though we can see your questions on Instagram Live. We can, of course, see them on Facebook Live, too, as well. You know what I'm saying? And we like for you to call in on this particular segment in case someone is on Facebook and they can't see your question, or someone is on Instagram and they can't see your question on Facebook, vice versa. If you call in, everybody hears it. 347-934-0966. Again, 347-934-0966. All right? So you guys hit the phone lines. You dig? All right? All right.
Press that one on there if y'all want to be heard, man. If you're on the line and you're not just listening, you actually want to ask a question, man. Hit that one for us. You know what I'm saying?
Someone says they can't hear Muggs. If you can hear Muggs now, maybe that little thing wasn't pushed in far enough. If you can hear Muggs now, you guys let me know.
What up? Muggs and Mean in the building. Can y'all hear me loud and clear?
Instagram Live. I know they can hear you on Facebook Live. You feel me? Maybe Instagram Live. NY Lady J. Let me know if you can hear Instagram. Let me know if you can hear Muggs a Million now.
Hit me on the IG at MUGS_million. All the Instagram Livers, man. Y'all hit me up too. You know what I mean?
All right.
It's all love.
Let's jump into this discussion right quick. What I want to discuss. Okay, there it is. All right. I didn't have the thing pushed all the way in. My bad. I saw it sticking out right when you said that. I looked over there. I was like, oh, my bad. You know what I'm saying? So now everybody should be able to hear you loud and clear now, Muggs. All right, so look. So it's Grammy weekend, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
I decided since you know, it's Grammy weekend, the first part of our show before we jump on the line with Big Daddy DJ, owner of VIRDIKO, before we get to him at 8:30, I said it would be crazy for both of us not to sit here and not to discuss the Grammys. You feel what I'm saying? And to be more specific, this is about teaching. This is always a teaching moment with the MICC on K100 Radio, right?
Yes, sir.
So me and you, actually, this whole segment right now that we're doing, the MICC on K100 Radio, it's all coming about right now, and you listen to this and you're seeing this right now because
of the Grammys, man. Membership, baby.
Because of the Grammy Awards, and people might be looking like they don't understand that. You feel what I'm saying? But let me just tell the story, Muggs, and I'm gonna let you chime in too. Here's the thing. Muggs already had the MIC music industry crash course, and he was wanting to bring it to the airwaves, right? So what he did was he was searching for a station, some kind of radio station, to be able to bring the platform, you know, and this informative platform to radio. Now, we already knew of each other. I heard of him. We seen each other. But we were actually at a Recording Academy meeting. Now, what the Recording Academy is, in case you don't know, is that's the group of people who actually vote on the Grammys. And you can become a lot of people can become members of it. A lot of people that can aren't. But to put things in perspective, you always hear a lot of people be like, "Fuck the Grammys. The Grammys don't ever get it right. They don't like who win. Blah 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 blah." And I used to be one of those people. I got to tell you guys honestly, I used to be one of those people, right? A couple years back, and you know, just like in real life in politics, how we ended up with 45. You know what I'm saying? You always gotta, if you're gonna talk politics or talk music, whatever, you always gotta do your research and see what it is that you're actually talking about. So instead of me just constantly just keep on complaining about, I'm not understanding how these particular people are winning, I look into who votes, and then I look into how do you become a member of a person who votes for the Grammys, right? This is what I did. So I did that. Muggs has done that. And basically, we're both members of the Recording Academy. We are both Grammy voters. We are both people who vote on the Grammy Awards right here. Me and Muggs a Million. Me and the co-host right here, right? So we were at an event that you wouldn't probably know about unless you was a member of the Recording Academy, because they don't make it public. They only send it out to people who are a part of the Recording Academy. I showed up because I wanted to do some networking. He showed up. Was looking to do some networking. He saw me. He was like, "What's up, bro? Hey, man, I got an idea." Here we are now. That's that idea that we talked about that night at that Grammy meeting.
Yes, sir.
MICC on K1 Radio.
That was my point of going, man, to run into somebody like yourself, man. And here we go, man. Like you said, man, almost 2 years later.
Yeah, so just put everything, just to let you guys know that the Grammy Awards and two guys who were looking into trying to be a part of that and trying to see what we can do to help hip-hop, urban music, the outcome of that, become more reflective of what we know. We see our friends talking about on social media, and we see other people talking about. But if you want to be a part of the Recording Academy, you need to be a music professional. The Grammys is voted for by music professionals. It's not a public voting. It's the public don't vote on it. It's people that are members of the Recording Academy. The Grammys are picked by members of your peers, right? other musicians, picking other musicians, what they think, other professional musicians, whether you be an engineer, a producer, an artist, whatever. If you got some credits up under your belt in the music industry, you know what I'm saying, and it's really not that hard, you can become a member of the Recording Academy. So me and Muggs, we did our due diligence, we did our research, we became members, right? And we are actually people who actually influence the outcome of the Grammys. Now, with that being said, Muggs, first of all, let's just have a little fun with it before we get deep into this discussion.
And then and I want to just piggyback on something real quick too before we move on from the membership side of it, man. I'm actually on the membership committee for the Atlanta chapter, man.
Okay.
So anybody that's here in the Atlanta area and you don't know if you qualify or how to get qualified or need to know the steps to get part of the Recording Academy Atlanta chapter, man, I can get you all the way in with that, man. So, you know what I mean? Holler at us, man. For real, we working.
Absolutely, make sure you do it. So now, again, you're on the line with two people that are members of the Recording Academy. Yeah. And also, you're on the line with the guy who's the head of the Atlanta chapter of the membership committee. You know what I'm saying? So if you're trying to, if you want to be a part of, instead of complaining about the Grammys never get it right, blah blah and all that, you can actually become a member if you're qualified and actually vote. A big problem that, admittedly, the head people at the top of the Grammy committee have admitted that there is simply not enough people from the urban side of music that qualify. They've been invited to become members, and they just don't do it. It's the same thing, just like y'all sit over here complaining about Trump, but you don't take your ass to the booth and vote. You complain about you complain about politics, the police, but you don't vote on your mayors, your city councilmen, or your governors, right? The Grammys is the same way. There's a problem. And they admit it. They're not even trying to hide it. They're literally telling people we need more. Basically, we need more black people to register and become members. They're basically without saying that, because they try to be politically correct. They're not like us. Basically, they need more black folks to be members. They trying to get them. A whole bunch of us fucking qualify, and we don't. We just sit on fucking Facebook and bitch about who won and who didn't win. The music professionals, we're not talking to the general public. The music professionals are not going out and becoming members of the Recording Academy. Now, let me tell you guys what. Let me tell you guys how much it costs. The cost, right? The cost to be a member of the Recording Academy is $100 a fucking year. A year. Not a month, not a quarter. It's $100 a year. That's just membership dues that you pay once a year. Now, if your qualifications have to be on deck, and Muzz can tell you everything that you know a little bit more about what it is that you need to qualify, but it's not about the money. See, people always, before I even looked into it myself, I used to hear that bullshit right there a lot, Muggs. It's like they're trying to charge you. They want to charge you to be a member. Man. Yeah, you know what? Membership has its fucking privileges, motherfucker. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? You
can't even buy tickets to the award show without being a member, man. But you know what I'm saying? People don't understand how deep it is.
Right, but see, the problem, a whole bunch of us, and I say us black folks. I'm talking to us, melanin people. All right? The problem that we have is we don't want to pay for shit. Yet we'll sit here and go out and buy a $100 pair of Jordans, buy two loud packs of weed, and we want to call ourselves fucking music professionals, but you don't want to spend $100 a year, and you're qualified to be a member, to be an influencer in the industry that you choose, that you claim that you are, that you claim you want to be in the music industry, but yet you won't go out and spend $100 to become a member of the Recording Academy. You'll just sit back on Facebook, smoke your loud, and bitch about it, but you call yourself a music professional. You call yourself a producer. You call yourself, you know what I'm saying, all these things, but really, when it comes down to just a simple $100 a year, bro, a year. That's how much it costs to be a part of the Recording Academy. Barring the fact that you have to have the qualifications, which I'm finna let Muggs take it away. I'm finna get off my soapbox. But it's slick. It's slick annoying now that I realize how crazy the fact that I actually been qualified. I met the qualifications actually years ago as an artist. Before I even started doing any of this, I actually met the qualifications to be a voter based on the fact that I had full-length album releases, a couple of them under my belt, published albums. That's all you really need. But go ahead and tell them real quick, Muggs.
And like you're saying, man, I appreciate you being so adamant about it too, though, Blizzle, man, because that's actually what landed me on the membership committee, man. For the first 2-3 years of my membership here in Atlanta, I would go to these meetings, bro, and I wasn't seeing nobody like me in them.
Right.
And we talking about Atlanta, man. You feel me? This
Right.
is Atlanta, and we having meetings about music, and ain't no black people in there. Ain't none of us in there.
You having meetings about the music business, though. The business, not the Grammy meetings when they meet up. Even for the networking mixers, it's people in there.
It's still there. It's real professionals,
business.
man.
It's professionals in there. It ain't motherfuckers coming in there wanting to be hood stars and shit, or smoke a blunt and be all up in the VIP and be motherfucking seen. That's not what it is. But go ahead, Muzz. You know what I'm saying?
I see you. I know you on one, bro. Because
all these motherfucking, because all these so-called professionals, in their feelings about Adele or what the fuck ever, all on my social media feed, telling me they fucking music professionals, and ain't none of they black asses members of the Recording Academy, and I know a whole bunch of them that qualify. Just because I know I know their history as what they really do. I know they got released. They're qualified. I know they qualified. They just haven't taken the time out to do it. But yet they still feel the need to go in there and talk about what Chance didn't do, what Adele didn't do. They got their own social media all day yapping, but you're not a member of the Recording Academy. So go ahead and tell them what they need.
You got to be a part of the process, man. You know what I'm saying? For those that, starting off, those that might not even be recording artists, if you just a music professional in any lane, man, you can even be what they call an associate member starting off. You know what I'm saying? You don't really have to have as much credentials as the voting members, but you just need to be active in the music community, though, man, and show that you have active platforms and active work ethic in the music industry, man. But for those on the voting member, like what Blizzum is talking about, all it take, man, if you got any album that you done released digitally, you only need 12 credits, man. 12 digital credits, meaning if you got an album that's out and it's got 15 tracks on there and you wrote on all 15 of those songs, guess what, buddy? You can be a voting member. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple, bro, and $100, man. You know what I'm saying? But again, another part of that business side too that Blizz I'm talking about, you have to be able to present your liner notes and the actual paperwork that, you know what I mean, that go behind that. So all that buddy handshake stuff, I got a mixtape with all these jack beats or downloaded beats from online, that ain't gonna fly, bro. You gotta be about your business though. So that's what we doing here on the mic, is trying to get people up on their business. So, again, but if you do, it can be distributed through CD Baby, TuneCore, any of those kind of platforms, man. It don't even have to be nothing in the stores yet, man. You could be online only. Look at Chance. Chance the Rapper started the whole streaming only projects can even be voted on now. That was completely new just this year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And dude walked away winning an album for doing that though, man. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's about being a part of the process, being involved in order for you to be able to can change the outcome of the situation, man. So it ain't that hard at all, man. Like you said, really $100 for a whole year. Man, some of y'all gonna spend that in 2 open mic nights. You know what I'm saying? And 2 open mic nights, man.
Man, I ain't even talking about open mic shit. These motherfuckers call themselves fucking want to be music professionals, and they'll spend that shit on weed and liquor and fucking Gucci belts and bitches and stupid crazy shit. All kind of anything except what you claim that you want to be a professional at, which is crazy to me. But listen,
it's an investment, man.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
And they got events, man. People say, okay, what am I gonna get for my $100, man? Well, for one, it's impeccable status of people, man, that you're going to be able to have access to networking with. These ain't the people that you're going to find at the strip club that you're running into on all the regular events, man. These are people that's the real deal movers and shakers, man, behind the scenes in the music industry, man, around in the Atlanta area, man. If you're in the Atlanta area, and any of these chapters, man, they got chapters all across the nation, man, and your membership get you access to every one of these chapters, man. If you in the Memphis area, guess what? And they got an event going on for Grammy members, man. You can pull up on that event. You know what I'm saying? We got our own Facebook
and you'll never know
page.
About it. You would never know about that event if you're not a part of the Recording Academy.
You'll
never get those emails. You're not gonna get those emails. You're not gonna get those invites. You're not gonna know about those private those showcases, those exclusive showcases that they have. And you talk about you want to network with some other producers and talent. All kind of producers being there looking to network, but guess where they at? They ain't at the open mic night down there where everybody's smoking and blowing loud right up in their motherfucking face all night. Nope. That's not where they at.
I know a lot of y'all probably going to South by Southwest next month, right? A lot of people going to South by Southwest next month. The Texas chapter is doing a Grammy block party on the 17th down there. you know what I'm saying, to jump off South by Southwest. I went to it last year when I went to South by, you know what I'm saying? And it's $75 for regular admission. But guess what? It's free for members. So I done got my $100 back in one event.
In one event.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man,
I got my $100 back in one event, man.
I'm just cramming to understand, Muggs. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just cramming to understand because I know I can only speak for me.
Yeah.
The information was there. I only blame myself for only being a voting member for 3 years. I should have been a voting member for nothing less than a decade by now.
Man,
I've been qualified for a decade. So at least 7 years beyond the 3 years that I've been a voting member of the Recording Academy. I could have been just based on my merits and my accomplishments as an artist and a producer before I started K100 Radio. You feel me?
Exactly.
I could have been voting on the Grammys. You feel me?
Man.
And I did a lot of bitching and complaining. So my whole thing right here with everybody that I'm trying to tell everybody today right now is I'm telling you this, and I'm being vehement about my my attitude about it is because sometimes just saying it really nice ain't gonna cut it. I'm literally saying it. I'm literally saying it the way that I'm saying it to everybody that's listening right now, that's listening to us on the broadcast, watching this maybe on YouTube or listening on SoundCloud, watching this live right now, Instagram Live or on Facebook Live. I'm telling you this and I'm screaming at you because we've got to cut it the fuck out. Because, you know, it would be one thing if I didn't sit here on my fucking news feed, on my social media news feeds, and watch a whole bunch of so-called music professionals complain about this shit every fucking time the Grammys go down. It's Monday morning fucking quarterbacking going on with these fucking so-called music industry professionals. And I'm sitting there watching all of them do the shit. And I'm just like, you know what? I probably looked real fucking stupid to somebody who 5 years ago or 4 years ago was probably like, this motherfucker talking about he a professional and blah, blah, blah. But he probably have no idea about who voted. And I'm looking at it like I probably looked real stupid the way these people look stupid to me. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's real talk.
It really doesn't make any sense that the Recording Academy is literally admitting that they have a problem. They don't have enough people representing the urban community. So what happens is, let's break a couple of more things down while we're at it, Muggs. All right?
Yes, sir.
So let's break down the actual voting process of the Grammys, right? So when you get your when you get your ballot and everything, you know, you can vote on, I think it's 15 categories, and you're supposed to vote on your expertise, you know, that you're listed as. Like if when you register, you list, okay, what is your specialty? Rock, country, hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You can list 2 specialties. Of course, me, I put down rap, hip hop, and R&B. Because those are my specialties. I produce R&B. I'm not a singer, but I produce R&B, and I came into the game as an artist, so I'm a writer, songwriter, and rapper. So those are my 2, right? And so each one of those categories have about 5 different breakdowns. You got album of the year, song of the year, each one of those categories and breakdowns, right? So so if you was to vote, if I was to go in and I was to vote on every one of those, that would be 10 of my slots right there. And it's a whole bunch of slots. You got rock, pop, and all these other ones. Now they make it that way. They make it that way so you don't go in there and you claim that you're a professional and your genre is rap and hip hop, but you voting on country. You voting on country and a whole bunch of other shit. You don't got enough votes for that. It's not enough. So they limit to you. But there are 4 categories, I think it is, that it doesn't matter. There's 4 categories that you can vote in no matter what your genre is, right? And that is Song of the Year. Let me make sure I got it right. Song of the Year, Album of the Year, Record of the Year, Album of the Year, and Best New Artist, right? Best New Artist, right? So those particular awards right there, that's everybody that's a voting member. You feel me? Get to vote on those. Now, when it comes down to best rap album, best R&B, you know, again, if your specialty is rock, you're not going to be all over there voting for rap because you only got so many slots that you can fill out. And then, like me, my extra ones that I have, I got like 4 extra ones after I fill out all the rap. I always go over to like movies because I'm into film too. So I go over to like score, you know what I'm saying? I go over to some of my other side interests, best engineering. I look at the engineering, like the best mixed ones or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? And so I go over there and fill those out. All right. So my whole thing is the Big 4 is really indicative of just the disparity in how many actual black people are actually voting members, because that's where it really shows up.
Adele took three of them, man, that everybody complaining about. He took 3 of them, and then, like you said, it come from the lack of those Beehive supporters not being voting members though. You know what I'm saying?
We're not talking about the
being
regular
part of the
people.
process.
We're not talking about regular people. We're talking about musicians.
Yeah.
Independent. Not artists. You got major artists. People who are superstars, who are not even who don't even partake in it. And I
seen the list, bro. Like I said, I'm in the membership committee meetings, bro. I seen the list, man. Like, you would be fathomed by how many artists that's doing stuff in this city, man, on a major level. Their name ain't on that list though. You know what I'm saying? It's being actual members, man. You know what I mean? Right. Like it's a sad situation, dog. Like, for real.
And I just want to make sure that now this is not to take anything away from Adele and what she's accomplished. All right, we got Big Daddy the DJ coming up in a minute, because those 30 minutes flew by. We finna get ready to jump on the line with him in a second. But listen, you feel me? It's just sad that and I'm not above reproach. Listen, I was the same. I've only been a member for 3 years, and I literally been qualified for nothing short of a decade. Really farther back than that. You feel me? I probably met qualifications 15 years ago, honestly, just based on releasing albums. You know what I'm saying? Commercial albums in stores, which is what I did as an artist. So I've been qualified. So even myself, I'm literally talking to me 4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm not absolved from this bullshit. I actually am one of the same people that I'm talking to. Me myself 4 years ago, I could have had this same stern conversation with myself about how ridiculous it is. You feel what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure that everybody understands the whole process. NY Lady J, right, she's saying a lot of stuff over here on Instagram Live. You feel me, about what's going on. You feel me, about the Grammy Award. Anybody ask me about playing music on this particular segment, that's not what this is. It's not gonna happen. Hit me up on Illa Kill or something. I don't know why you're asking me. It's not gonna happen. But so I just want to make sure that we got all of that out the clear. Because it is Grammy Awards weekend. Again, big ups to Chance the Rapper for winning.
That was a good look, man. And I don't want independent artists, man, out here too, man, to feel like, you know, Chance is one example, but it's a lot of examples, man. Like I said, for the last 5 years, man, the last 5 consecutive years, man, 50% of the nominees for Grammys, man, been independent labels and artists, man. Yeah. So I don't want y'all to think, man, that y'all is beneath qualifications, man, to even be actually nominated for Grammys, though, man. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Becoming a member gives you access to be able to submit your project and all of that, though, man. You know what I'm saying? So even if it ain't you, man, somebody on your management, somebody in your circle, man, of music professionals around you need to get involved and be a part of this membership, man, for the Recording Academy, dog. Yeah. It's pivotal to your career, man, for real.
It really is. And again, we talking about, no matter how you feel about it, we are still talking about the most prestigious award on the planet.
Come on now.
In music. I don't give a fuck what you feel about it. You can get all your feelings all you want to. I really don't give a shit. The point is, it is the most prestigious award in music on the planet, and it is voted on by your peers, not just
peer-based, man. Exactly, man.
Not people trolling on Twitter.
Man.
Right, not people just trolling shit on Twitter. You feel what I'm saying? You got to be a music professional to get in there. All right, it's 8:30.
Yes, sir. About that time.
We had to get that out of the way though, because I was like, you know what?
Yeah, no, I feel you.
I knew we
was gonna go there, man. Yeah. I was ready for it.
Yeah. Sir. I couldn't even let that ride the day after the Grammys and all this Monday morning quarterbacking. I'm seeing all these DJs and all these other people who got all kind of credits, got so much shit to say, but yet you don't want to partake in the situation and actually go out and make your voice be heard, but you call yourself a music professional. Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on all y'all. Period, point blank. And I'm calling bullshit on myself from 4 years ago. That nigga was tripping too.
Likewise. I feel you, bro.
Yeah, he was tripping. Right. Let's get it. All right, with no further ado, our first guest tonight for the MICC Music Industry Conference Call with me and my homie Muggs a Million right here, live, joining us via Skype. If you want to see Muggs is Mug, you can go to our Facebook page. If you're on Instagram Live, you can go over here to our Facebook page and find the Facebook Live feed and go over there and watch it from there. You feel me? All right, let's bring our first guest on right here. All right. My homie, this really is my homie. Big Daddy, I'm going to say it right this time. Big Daddy the DJ is in the building. The owner of VIRDIKO. What's going on, bro? What's happening, bro?
What's up, B? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. Welcome to the broadcast. Glad to have you on, bro. Yeah.
I'm glad to be here, brother.
I'm gonna let you
Hey,
go
can
ahead.
you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you fine. Perfectly. You coming through?
Yeah.
All
crystal
right,
clear.
all right. I was just checking because I'm talking through these vertical headphones that you stole from me when we were in
Well,
Mississippi or Memphis or somewhere. Somewhere you stole
I
it from
stole.
me.
I
But
got.
anyway,
What? Wait, whoa. You gave me those, bro. You gave me those, though.
I did.
You gave me
brother.
those,
I
though.
wanted you to enjoy 'em, brother.
My homie,
Yeah, man.
we on.
Yes, sir, man. Welcome to the line, though, man. Appreciate you being on tonight, homie.
Hey, what's up,
I done
big
met you
brother?
a couple
Hey,
times
man, I'm glad
myself
to
too,
be here,
man.
man.
On
I
the
hear y'all
go,
brothers
bro.
dropping knowledge on them. I hear you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Nah, we appreciate you, man, tuning in for real, man.
All right, so let's let me.
All right.
I'm gonna give you the floor, homie. Go ahead and formally introduce yourself to our listeners. Tell them who you are, man, and please, don't be modest.
Yeah.
Don't be modest. Go ahead, bro.
No, I'm modest. No, I just want to say what's up to everybody, man. This is Big Daddy, the DJ. Some people know me as Kevin or whatever, but DJing forever and the owner and founder of VIRDIKO. We've been in business going on 10 years. And what we do is we service DJs all over the world with new music every day. So we've been consistent at that. We have a database of DJs in over 100 countries. We get thousands of DJs to our site every day looking for new music and relying on us for us to deliver their music to DJs around the world. So we all about the DJ, being a DJ myself. That's my profession. That's what I do for a living. And like I said, with VIRDIKO, man, we just trying to open doors and connect the DJs with the artists and have a great resource, a trustworthy resource for DJs to get their music and artists to get their music to these DJs. So outside of that, man, I got a great team that works with me. We got the website, VIRDIKO.com. It's spelled VIRDIKO. I got a great team of people that work with me and make this thing happen for us every day. So they couldn't be on the call, but I love them all to death. Lady C, DJ Dre, Ike Numbers, LeJean. We got Freddie B up in Chicago. So we got a great team, man. Hunter Promotions out in Memphis, Bigger Ranking. They're on the team also. So we got a great team of people that work with us, brother. DJ Holy Mecca, all of them. So I can't name everybody, but anyway, we got a nice team that gets it all done. So tonight, man, I'm open for questions. Whatever I can do in my short time here, I'm going to answer it and be as honest as possible. The only thing is, if anybody's going to ask a question, just be ready for the brutal truth because I'm not going to hold anything back. Let's
Please
keep it
don't.
100 with each other tonight.
Please don't.
sir.
Please don't.
Sir.
Over here on Instagram Live, King Sesame says salute to your homie for breaking his record black a few years ago. He's listening in over here on Instagram Live, so he says salute to you on
Yeah.
that. Big ups to him. NY Lady J says what's up too. Salute to around the world. All right, I know Muggs got some questions. I got a couple questions. My first question to you is, as being a DJ, what made you? Because you was the DJ first. What made you come up with the idea and want to start VIRDIKO? Was it something like you just couldn't get the records that you wanted? Was it you going to record pools and they're not having enough independent artists there? You're like, look, this is some bullshit. I know too many people with good music. I'm gonna start my own record pool. What made you start VIRDIKO in the first place?
Right. Actually, it's a little bit of everything that you said. You know, being in the music business so long, I started, was introduced to DJing back, in 1986. And I've been DJing ever since because I just love the craft. And, a lot of DJs don't realize it was extremely difficult for DJs to get actual records from the record companies. You had to fill out reports every week. And if you didn't fill out the reports, you didn't get the next batch of records. I'm going back to when it was very, very difficult. And then throughout the years, I just always felt that it was an easier way. And I had always been in technology, and I just thought it was an easy way for DJs to receive music, rate music, download music, and connect with the artists. And everything just kind of came together with VIRDIKO. And when I started the company, I wanted a name that didn't exist in the world. So anything that you Google or ask about VIRDIKO is associated with, with the company that we've been able to start. So that was what it was all about. And being from the South, we didn't have a lot of opportunities to get our music into some of these large record pools. So, coming from New Orleans, man, I just wanted to put something together that would at least focus on our region. And from there, just kind of exploded to now, we just reached a milestone last week where we have over 10,000 music projects, in the VIRDIKO library available to DJs. So that's big business for us.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's why we have so many DJs that come to the site every day. So, DJs, if you're looking for new music, We got a heck of a library, man, with a lot of great music, and we do have the full service packs of clean, dirty instrumentals and acapellas, and on some of them we actually have remixes and the DJ intros.
I wanted to say one thing. I know Muggs has got a question for you, I'm pretty sure, and I'm gonna let him talk.
Yeah.
But I just want to say, I got to be honest with everybody. I'm slick a little bit biased when it comes to this brother and his platform, and it's because I use it. You know, it's sometimes you talk to people and stuff, and you know, it's like, yeah, you know, they got a product or a brand or whatever, and you just kind of letting them, you know, you talking to them, and you may not necessarily use it, but you can see the value in it. No, that's not the case over here.
Right.
I use this shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, VIRDIKO is actually my go-to source for independent. When it comes to, we talking about solicited music, and you know, I do the music review over here, right, bro? And so, you know, there's a big difference between this platform that this brother has built is what I'm referring to when I say solicited music, because this is music that I'm actually going out and I'm searching for myself. This is not you just spamming me in my inbox or you just sending me a random email or whatever. And the way we do everything with our music review segment, this is the music that this platform has been set up, and there's a filter in place, and I like filters. You know what I'm saying? You can't just, everybody can't just get on VIRDIKO. We'll talk to him about the fees or whatever, but I like all that as a program director because it weeds out the bullshit. You helping me out, bro. You know what I'm saying? You weeding out a lot of motherfucking flogging ass, broke ass motherfuckers who don't want to pay for shit. You know what I'm saying? And you helping us out. I appreciate you guys and your platforms, because at the end of the day, you feel me? If I had to literally go through every, if my Gmail was the only place I could get indie music, bro, I'd kill myself. I'm glad you guys exist. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys help us out tremendously. I literally use this platform every single week. Now, you know, and this is somebody who, before I told him, like I said when I met him, before I even met you, bro, I knew your brand and I was already using it. So the relationship that I had built with homie, all the times I seen him out on the grind, this right here, this call has absolutely nothing to do with how many times I've shaken this man's hand. You feel me? This is about the fact that I'm literally using his platform all the time, point blank, period. And I want to get that shit clear. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Right. Well, let me say thank you, bro. Thank you, and I appreciate it. You know, that means the world to all of us that try to keep it going. You know, it's a lot of work that goes into it, but you know, the exact reasons that you stated, where you know it kind of cuts a lot of the bullshit out. And, you know what you're getting, bro. I mean, it's a very trustworthy site. You know, we get offers all day to have different things promoted on the site. And when I first started the company, that was one thing I said: I'm gonna keep all the bullshit off of it. So if you go to VIRDIKO, all you're gonna get is music. You know, you're not gonna have naked women popping up,
right?
Cigarette companies and you know people trying to sell you insurance and all that other foolishness. So we don't do all of that, bro. I like to keep it for the music and for the DJs, you know, and for my clients, the actual artists that are actually serious about getting their music into hands of DJs. So you know, it's real interactive. We got a real cool system where the DJs can leave feedback and the artists can actually see what DJs around the world, you know, actually had to say about their music. So I know, you know, as an artist, they really just want to be heard. And as a DJ, they want to listen to music, but you have to deliver it to them in a certain manner, especially in today's environment. You know, as a professional DJ, you know, and I'm not lying, I say this when I do interviews, I literally get 100 new records every day.
Right.
Literally.
Right.
100 new records every day. And some of the sources that I get them from, you know, I may look at the title, but I would never go to those particular sources because you risk on getting a virus or just some bullshit, or you got to wait a minute before you can download. I don't have that much time to listen to 100 records, you know, in that manner. So we set up a real cool system that actually helps it move. So artists, you need to think about where you're putting your music. It don't have to be VIRDIKO. I mean, we hope that it is, but if you're serious about it, you need to put your music where it can actually be accessed in a professional manner.
Exactly. I got one question from someone in the Facebook live feed, and I'm asking, and then I'm gonna let Muggs ask this question. Said Wines over here says, shout out to you for adding Ill, a record that came off from our compilation project that's coming up, and he's actually the producer on that track.
I love that record.
Yeah, I appreciate it. He's the producer. He's the guy that produced it, and he's listening on Instagram Live. He said thank you and big ups. He said he was getting a lot of traffic, you know what I'm saying, because of that. So he said thank you for that, for adding that record to VIRDIKO. He said he appreciates it. All right.
Yeah, man. Thank y'all for getting back to the essence of hip hop on that record. I enjoyed it, bro.
Right, appreciate it. So Carol Soto, who is in charge of the Tampa Music Conference. She's checking us out right here on Facebook Live. She has a question for Kevin. Who does she contact in Tampa or a drivable distance to request VIRDIKO to come to the Tampa Music Conference this year? She wants to know.
I knew it. Yeah, tell her that I'm coming. I already got reached out to by a couple people. Tell her I'm coming this year.
Okay.
So,
she heard you because she's
I'm
listening.
on it.
She listening live, so she heard that. You heard
Oh,
that?
she's listening? All right.
Yeah,
Well,
she listened.
I'm coming this year, so just shoot me all of the details. I asked a couple people to send me the details. Just shoot me the details to my email, which is info at verdico.com, and I'll be there, info at verdico.com, and we'll get everything coordinated.
All right, Muggs. I know Muggs is ready. I know he's got some questions for you, bro. Muggs, go ahead, bro. Muggs a million.
Yeah, man. He mentioned it earlier, man. Like I said, once again, man, appreciate you being on the line, bro. You slid it out there early, and I know it's a lot of artists on there that might not, we're about trying to educate the artists, man. So I want to get you to explain to the people listening what a service pack is, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's a service pack and what goes into it?
Absolutely.
Artists, man.
Absolutely, yeah. We get asked this question a lot. And as a DJ, we service all different types of DJs: club DJs, radio DJs, mixtape DJs, radio station DJs, just all different types. Like I said, we have thousands of DJs in over 100 countries that rock with us, and they listen to all different types and genres of music. So as an artist, you want to provide a DJ with your service pack for your single. So you have a service pack, which includes hopefully the radio version. If there is an explicit version, a club, a dirty version, whatever you call it, you need that. If you have the acapellas to both of those versions, acapella clean, acapella explicit. If you have the instrumental available, and then if you have what's becoming more and more popular for DJs is the actual DJ intros, and that's where you got like a 32-second instrumental that leads into the record before it comes on. That's very helpful for a lot of radio stations and a lot of people that do a lot of mixing, and actually to some novice DJs and expert DJs to help them mix records better. So essentially a service pack is servicing all versions of the song: clean, explicit, instrumentals, acapellas, and DJ intros. And our system is set up to where you can upload all of those versions. So if I'm a DJ, I can select to download just the radio version if I'm a radio DJ, or I can download all of the files in a zip file. Now, one thing before I leave off of this, is when you service your music to DJs, it's very important when you bounce your song down from a WAV file. That's that's the file that comes right out of the studio. When you bounce it down to MP3 format, make sure you click the box that says 320 kilobytes per second, which is the bit rate. Right. And that's the compression rate. That's the highest quality MP3 that you can bounce down from a WAV file. And it really makes a difference. A lot of radio stations, a lot of DJs won't play records with a quality lower than 320. So it's a simple click of a button or a setting that you need to set in whatever program you use to bounce your records down from WAV, but it's very important, and it will make a difference. We got some DJs that'll come on the site and they'll love a record, and they say, I can't play it because it's not 320. Some radio stations actually require songs to be 320, and I heard some of them actually going back to requiring WAV files too, but that's just a bigger, file right out of the studio, because it all has to do with the quality of the sound on whatever is being played on. As a professional DJ, I can tell a song that's at 320 or 160 or 120, and I can tell the difference. So I hate to be on that so long, brother, but I just wanted to be clear.
Well, no, that's why you're here.
Yeah, we need that.
Yeah, that's why you're here, because, bro, we still struggling getting cats that put to use the ID3 tag, bro. This is where we at with it still to this day in 2017, bro. We still getting people sending out stuff. Track 2_mix5 revised /back/2. Motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We still got the fuck shit going on. You feel what I'm saying? So listen, don't think that this audience is beyond that. Trust me. Somebody listening right now needed to hear that.
You know nothing about what you talking about. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Let me see.
Right. Well,
go ahead.
No. I was just about to say it's unfortunate, and I had to kind of, get over it a long time ago. When we first introduced VIRDIKO, bro, I mean, we had this great idea and this real cool website which has evolved over time because we work on it every day. And I remember presenting this to a group of clients and telling them what we were going to do and service their music via email and taking the MP3s, and the guy raised his hand, and he was innocent. And he said, man, what's email? You know, and I'm like, oh, my God. Like,
right.
you know, really? Now, this is only, like, going back about 10, 11 years, you know, as I'm starting to move forward. And I'm saying, man, you know, maybe I made the wrong decision. But, you know, fortunately, technology has kind of caught up a little bit. You know, the guy said, man, what's email? And, you know, how do I attach a record? And what's an MP3? You know, so when you're dealing with that level of, you know, sometimes it'll humble you a little bit, but it just motivated us to where, like, we were actually not going to just be able to provide a service. We're actually the counsel with some of these artists, too. So we do provide that for a cost, quite naturally. But, you know, nothing is free.
All right. Let's go ahead and tell us real quick. Someone asked inside Facebook Live, exactly how do they submit it to VIRDIKO, and can you give them a price? They're listening on Facebook.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So like I said, the website is VIRDIKO, VIRDIKO.com. Stands for Virtual Distribution Company. If you don't have a client account, you need to register for a client account. It takes about 20 seconds. It's just the basic information. Once you have a client account, you can log in, and then we have a list of different promotion packages that you can select. If you just want your song in the library, that is $100. Okay, so it's $100 to have your song available to thousands of DJs. If you want us to service the project, the basic package starts at $400. That's where we actually service the music out to our database of DJs. A couple times we post it on our social networks, and then we also put a banner ad up on the site. So that's just the library listing. If you want to do that for $100, or if you want to do a basic package for $400. But you can do it all on your side, and payment is actually accepted right on the site. So, you know, if you're having problems with that, you can contact us here in the office, and we'll get you taken care of. But it's, you know, just know when you do decide to take that step that you have everything available. You have your artwork, you have your songs mixed and mastered, you have them in MP3 version. You know, you got your Twitter account, your Facebook, you know, where you want your feedback to go, the label. So just have your business together. You know, so I always tell people VIRDIKO probably needs to be about the 10th step in the process. You know, if you got samples and you plan on selling this, you need to make sure that that's cleared. You need to have it mixed. You want to have it mastered because, you know, your song is really going to be a reflection of you. You need to have professional artwork. Do you have a company logo? Things like that. So, you know, I'm probably the 10th step in the process. You know, but the 9 before me are very important because that's really going to be a lot of what's involved with your money. You know, like right now we're on the internet station. I know you guys are monitored by DRT. Hopefully they get you know, they get their music registered with Sound Exchange because we service a lot of radio stations, and a lot of the people that we service, they don't get registered with Sound Exchange, so they leave money on the table, and they complain about not making money in this business.
Right.
You know, but it's a lot. There's billions of dollars that Sound Exchange is holding for artists that never took the time to get their songs registered because they're streaming live, but they're not getting paid for it. But you're worrying about playing on your local radio station, but you played 3,000 times on internet radio last week.
Exactly.
Real talk.
Good feedback and good commentary. All right, and I'm glad someone asked the question. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I got a question myself. As a DJ, well, first of all, let me say this though. I want to talk about real quick the side of VIRDIKO that I look at as someone who actually is registered, you know, as a DJ / program director, radio person. So we have a different portal that we go in. Obviously, we have a different access. But one thing I will say, and you also forgot to add, if you got your music video, you guys can actually put the video on there and everything too. I don't want anybody to not to know that. You know, they can put videos on there, feature your song, all kind of different packages. You can uptick that. You can upgrade, you know what I'm saying, to more. They do more, but he's giving you the basic stuff right now. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They do a lot more.
Absolutely.
But what I like, another feature that I want to make sure that artists understand about VIRDIKO, which is really cool, that when a DJ logs in to searching for music or whatever, we have to leave feedback. We have to leave feedback before we can even get the song. You feel me? It won't allow us to get the song until we say something about this record. Like we can't just come in and just start downloading shit. We gotta say, hey. What you think about this record? And if you leave some bullshit, and it says if you leave some bogus bullshit feedback, your account may get deleted. Actually, tell me what you think about the record, and I do that. You feel me? And I actually, what happens is when I say I rate it, I say pretty cool record, like the vibe. I'm gonna play it on K1's radio. It automatically tells the artist, and I don't get a email back from you from VIRDIKO. I get an email back from the artist or the manager or the label, because when I leave that feedback, it alerts the person song, the artist whose song, whoever registered the song, whatever email, alerts them that, hey, a DJ just heard your song. They left you some feedback. Here's what it is. Hey, hit them back. Maybe you should send them a drop or something. You know what I'm saying? This is all the extra shit that goes on. This is why this is why this guy's on the line, right? This is why I push this platform, because I use a whole bunch of them. I use Franchise. I use DJ Service Pack. I get MP3 Wax Blast and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just telling you the reason why I particularly really like this guy's platform, because of that little shit. And I've been on the flip side of it as an artist. I've had music on VIRDIKO. Before I met you, bro, back when I was dropping music, I actually had from my album, The Cinema of Me, I actually had music from that album, and I actually did a VIRDIKO push with it. You feel what I'm saying? And this was right. Way before we met, 2011, 12. So I really didn't know you then. You feel me? So what I'm telling you is I've used your platform now as an artist and as a program director. That should let me stop the fucking music real quick and let me say that again. I've used this platform I'm here now as a radio program director, telling artists about some shit that I actually paid for my goddamn self when I was doing the same shit you doing, and I'm on the phone with the guy that run it. Is everybody clear? Everybody got that? Right. Just want to make sure I break that all the way down in case it's going over your head. You know what I'm saying? So that's how good the shit is, and that's why he's on here right now chopping it up with us. Now, one other thing I want to ask you about, I'm gonna change lanes real quick, and you know, we've said enough about VIRDIKO. If they're not convinced now, then they ain't gonna spend the money any goddamn way. So we're gonna move on. I gotta ask you a personal question about mixtapes. Where do you think as a DJ, as a person with a great platform, travel a lot all over the country, you throw shows, you got a stage coming up on South by Southwest, we're gonna talk about that. Where do you think the mixtape is going right now?
Whew, I get asked this question a lot too. I personally don't believe in mixtapes, man. You know, I think it's a waste of time and money for artists. That's just my personal opinion.
Wow.
You know, I come from an era of mixtapes was when the DJ actually, you know, put together a set of records and actually mixed the records. You know what I'm saying? And you told a story with your mix. You know, you were creative, and you know, you scratched and you mixed and you blended and you know you showed your skills. Yeah. You know, for artists now, I get handed a lot of mixtapes, bro. And I'll be honest with you, I struggle to even really listen to them. You know, I'm to the point, man. Give me a good single and let me become a fan, and then give me a mixtape. You know, but you tell me, look, man, I got 26 hot bangers. I'm like, bro, I'm not about to listen to 26 of your records, man. And, you know, you rapping on somebody else's records or beats. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, I struggle with that personally, you know. And I know some people do it, you know, but if you're going to do it, man, do it for your fans or, you know, do it for the consumers. But for DJs, I mean, imagine if I had to listen to 13 artists give me, you know, 80-minute long CDs with just record after record. Like, I'm like, okay, which one you focusing on, brother? Well, all of them hits. I'm like, nah, the business don't work like that. So, you know, I always try to educate these cats when I talk to them, and these artists, the first thing they want to do is give you a mixtape, bro. And it's like, bro, man, just what's the hottest record on here? Like, what's the one that you'll put your house on, or you'll bet your kids on? Which one?
Right.
You know, and then let me hear that one. If I like that one, then I can move on to different ones. But this whole thing with mixtapes, I just think it's a waste of time. And a lot of these artists need to just pick that one record that's hot, that's making things move, and then invest in that. But investing in mixtapes at a lot of these guys' stage in their career is different. Now, if Drake dropped a mixtape, he's a proven artist, so I'll probably listen to the whole thing. You feel me? But some of these artists ain't broke shit. You know, you know, they don't have a hot verse on 80 minutes. You know, you want me to take 80 minutes out of my precious time for some bullshit? And that's just my soapbox. I'm not trying to offend anybody, man, but I tell everybody, man, find a single and work that single until the wheels fall off of it. And if anybody has a hot record and you plan on working it for less than a year, you're wasting your time. It takes 12 months to break a record, you know, and it ain't just sitting behind a computer. Let me sit behind a computer and do what I do, but you got to get out, you got to touch people, you got to visit new places, you know, you got to attend these conferences, get to know people, you know, and working like that. I'm sorry, bro. We're talking about mixtapes, and I went off on some other shit.
No, it's cool.
What we talking about now?
Drop them dimes,
but
bro.
look,
Drop them dimes.
I'm actually, because I thought that. Here's the thing, because DJs, so many DJs are making money or have stapled and attached their whole basically career to the mixtape. It's always shocking when I hear DJs be like, man, I ain't really fucking with mixtapes. I know DJs who don't even like mixtapes, but will never publicly say it because they keep selling all these mixtape slots on Spinrilla and all that, and they paying their light bill or whatever with that shit. So they don't even really listen to mixtapes like that, but they'll keep creating them and making them because it's a hustle. So it's just kind of crazy that you would actually say that, because I knew you said you was going to be 100% honest, and I'm glad that you said it, that you just kept it 100 with the way you feel about it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just rare that you hear a DJ with a real name with some status to just be like, you know what? Not really fucking with mixtapes like that. I feel exactly how you feel. Everybody knows it. This is you're on a platform where I'm just like, nigga, I never liked them in the first fucking place because everybody was doing mixtapes and they was really albums and they was just being too fucking cheap to fucking go and press them up, and they just throwing them on Dat Piff and the whole shit full of 18 tracks of original music. Motherfucker, that's an album. You just didn't want to fucking go pay to get it pressed up, or you were too broke and you just threw it on fucking Dat Piff. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm that guy.
Right.
You know, I don't,
Right.
I'm not, you know, and now that I'm doing radio, I'm definitely not listening to your whole fucking mixtape. I don't got time. You have to pay me for that. It's called a Project Premiere Review.
Right.
Go to the ads and promo page, K100 Radio. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, plug. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we can make that happen.
Let me just add something real quick. Let me just add something real quick to that. As an alternative to an artist going out saying, I'm going to drop a mixtape, and you go record 26 records off of industry beats to give to me, I would much rather you take that money and find you 5 DJs that actually do mixtapes. Find a DJ that does a mixtape and see what they charge you for a slot on their mixtape. Because if you're going to get 100 of them printed up, you know, you're probably wasting your time anyway. So go find 5 DJs that they probably going to get 1,000 of them printed up, and they're probably going to promote it on the web and do whatever they do if they're mixtape DJs. So instead of you just being able to be heard by 100 people, now you can be heard by 5,000 people. You just got to find which DJs still do it. And I know not a lot of DJs are really doing it anymore, but they have a lot. They have a lot. Now, I don't want to say that, but just the effectiveness of it seems like it has kind of dissipated a little bit. But I would just say find the mixtape DJs in your region or your area and say, man, how much is it for me to get a slot on your tape? You know, for your next 5 tapes or whatever. So you know your song will be heard. But just getting 100 CDs and reaching them out, you know, I don't know how far that's going to take you. Because I'll be honest with you, bro, I struggle to listen to some of these. I come home from some conferences and I try to listen to them, but some of that shit, like that's just, get out of control a little bit. I'm gonna stop right there before I offend anybody.
Muggs, you got another question for me before we get?
Nah, man, he done wrapped it all up, man. He hit on some real good spots, man, with that right there, man. Dropped some real good knowledge on the people, and like you said, kept it 100, man. You know what I mean? That's real talk right there, coming from a DJ himself too. So that was hard.
All right. Well, we still got our next guest is not on the line yet. They don't come up until 9:10, right, Muggs?
9:10.
Yeah, so we still got 10 more minutes.
I know you said he got a South by Southwest stage, man. If he wanted to drop some knowledge on the South by South situation.
Tell us about. Well, first of all, let me ask you this right here, bro. Because all right, let's get a little history lesson out of the way. In case you don't know, last year. K100 Radio did a live broadcast at the VIRDIKO Soundstage, hosted by Bigger Rankin. You feel me? We sat over there. I was on stage doing the broadcast. I found me a stage and put this shit all up on the stage. We sitting all up on the stage doing the broadcast. Like, fuck it, this is how we gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? But it was a packed out event, and it's hard to pack. Well, I don't say it's hard, but it's so much going on in South by Southwest that you have it at the wrong moment at the wrong spot.
Yeah, somebody gonna take an L.
Yeah, more than one person gonna take an L. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
somebody gonna take some L on some of these showcases that they sign up for, and some or that they throwing. You got to strategically do it. But y'all had a nice crowd up in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And y'all wasn't even on 6th Street. Y'all was off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But y'all still had a nice crowd.
Yeah, man. That was a blessing, man. And like I tell everybody, you never really know what you're gonna get with South by Southwest, but we've been able to be consistent. That's why I teamed up with Hunter Promotions, who's a strategic partner of ours, and also Bigger Rankin, who's a strategic partner of ours. And man, we had a packed house the entire day. And I remember that, man. You had a fly spot. and everybody was doing interviews, and I mean, it was just real cool. So, we're doing it again this year. We're going to be at Club 512. Last year we did 4 p.m. to 10, and this year we wanted to be able to accommodate a few more artists that were getting there late or getting up late. So we're going to start at 8 p.m. and run to 2. We're going to be at 512. So it's going to be crazy. And, man, we got a bunch of artists. The slots are almost about halfway full. So if any artists you're looking to perform for South by Southwest, get with us, man. And let me say this. I got to throw this out there. I'm going to take 15 seconds to say it. We don't charge you to perform, okay? When you pay for a slot on our stages, we actually promote your music. The performance is included in that package. Understand that. There's a big difference between paying to perform and paying for us to promote your music with a performance. So just keep that in mind. And we want to service your music. We want to promote you. We just don't want you going paying bucks to perform for a few minutes and nobody may be in the building. So just keep that in mind.
Hold up. Let me stop you. See, because that, again, this is the kind of shit that you just said, and it kind of was in passing, but and I don't want it to go flying past everybody's head again. You feel what I'm saying? So again, there are a ton of artists. I've got while you're talking, I've got the flyer flashing across our Facebook Live. You know what I'm saying? You know, we kind of fancy over here, high tech-ish. You know what I'm saying? So I got the flyer on so my Facebook Live crew can see the flyer. So there again, because we get asked all the time. I've been asked multiple times. People know we've been out to South by Southwest. I've been asked so many times. Blizzard, you going to South by Southwest? Hey man, you know anybody with a stage? Hey man, you know anybody with a stage? You know somebody doing something? Right now on the show, if you're listening to this show, you feel me? See, I'm not gonna keep telling everybody else this shit because I've been promoting the show, and I said I had the guy from VIRDIKO coming on the show. So if you miss some of these jewels on the show, that's just your goddamn fault. When you start inboxing me other shit, I'm just gonna goddamn ignore your ass. So anyway, right now we've got the guy who's got a legit stage that I've seen with my own 2 eyes last year with a packed house. He's got Bigger Rankin hosting with him. All right. Credible, reputable guy, you know what I'm saying, solid 100. He's got a stage. I got the flyer up there on Facebook Live. If you're going to South by Southwest and you're looking for a stage, here is one. But like he said, you're going to pay money, yes, but you're not just paying for his stage like a lot of other people. You just do it and that's it. No, he owns what, people? VIRDIKO. So he's also going to service your music. Okay, so you would have to pay him to service your music anyway. Period. Anyway, you feel me? So he's gonna service the music, and you're gonna be able to rock a real stage at South by Southwest. You know what I'm saying? And you know they've got these quote unquote official South by Southwest stages that you're never gonna get on because you're not a fucking star and you didn't go through Sonic Birds or however the fuck they do it. You know, whatever, however they do it. You know, you didn't get picked that way. But there's still lots of people that's gonna be out there. Whole bunch of people, and some of these stages are legit better than those damn stages anyway. This is one of them. This is one. I was there. I saw the crowd. I saw it. It was live right down there. So again, don't come inboxing me, Blizzum. You going to South by Southwest this year, bro? Bro, you know anybody with a stage, bro? And I know your ass didn't come over here and pay attention to the music industry conference call when I had the guy from VIRDIKO on here. I'm just going to tell you, hey, man, I'm telling you right now, all I'm going to do is tell your ass, I'm going to give you the link to this goddamn video. That's what I'm going to do. You hop ass over there and find it. That's what I'm going to do. All right. Now, back. Okay, now finish what you were saying.
All right, cool. Yeah, no, I was just going to say, this week we actually have a stage down in New Orleans on Saturday. It's from 11 until 5 on Orleans and Claiborne under the bridge as part of the All-Star Auto Fest. So we're doing a VIRDIKO sound stage there. And Ike Numbers is actually running that. He actually works VIRDIKO in that Gulf Coast region, and he's coordinating that. So you can reach out to us, man, at VIRDIKO on the social networks and, our info at VIRDIKO. But we got a stage for All-Star. What else we got? And then, our big show, every year, this will be our 5th year doing this. We have the Monday after South by Southwest in Dallas, and that is a big show for DJs, artists, and everybody in the music industry. We got a great venue this year. And after South by Southwest, everybody travels to Dallas on this Monday, and we have a big conference, a mixer, networking mixer, and every year it's growing. Last year we had over 500 DJs from all over the world. And this year we're expecting more than, I would say, we're definitely going to beat last year's number just based on the registration. And it's free for the DJs that are registered on VIRDIKO. But it's another great opportunity to get everybody under one room, under one roof, in one room, for the whole purpose of networking in this music industry. And it's one of my best events to attend and to host, because I have a lot of DJ friends and I never get a chance to see them because I'm always working. So on this one day, everybody's just, everybody's real people, shaking hands, kissing babies, and getting introduced and getting able to fellowship back with, a lot of my brethren and sister and DJs that I never get a chance to see because we all work. So I just wanted to talk about those 3 events that we got coming up. And you can reach out to us on VIRDIKO, man. We're on all the social networks, info at VIRDIKO. And I'm going to give the office number out real quick, 214-550-0561. 214-550-0561. That's the VIRDIKO office number. And I appreciate you guys for having me, brother. I'm not going to take up the next man's time, but I just want to tell you thank you, bro. I'm very proud of what y'all doing, man. And the number one reason why I think y'all winning, bro, is because y'all been very consistent since you started your shows, bro. It's always energetic, and I'm a fan myself. So I really appreciate you having me, and it means the world to me, brother.
Thank you, bro. I really appreciate you coming on, man. Again, we for this particular segment, man, we only want bosses. We only want people who are legit doing some real stuff and making some real things happen in the industry. You definitely one of them. Again, every time a lot of times when I travel, man, when I'm out of state and I'm seeing these same particular people, it's real. You know what I'm saying? When you're on the road and you see these same people doing their same grind, man. You feel me? Yeah. So I appreciate it. Like I told you, I was still kind of undecided about South by this year because I had so much stuff going on around that time this particular year. But like I told you last year, I promised you, and I'm going to hold my word to it. If I come out this year, I'm definitely going to swing back up there by the DFW and come through to your event on Monday. So I already said if I'm going to go all the way out and make sure I catch that event on Monday. You know what I'm saying? And definitely going to come rock with you at your stage out there.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, man, get in contact with me, bro. We can talk offline, but I really would like you to be there, brother, because last year was it was live, and everybody, I really enjoyed having you there, and you got a lot of interviews, and so we can make it happen. We will. We'll just talk offline and see how we put the pieces of the puzzle together to get you here, brother, because it's always a good opportunity for us, to do what we do and validate that we are trying to do good business. So
absolutely.
Thank y'all, brother, man. Y'all got a great show. And whenever y'all want me back, man, just let me know, brother. I know it's kind of feeling this time, but let me know. I'll definitely rock out with you again.
Absolutely. You coming back.
Definitely,
you coming
man.
back.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you, bro.
appreciate you being on the line, man.
Big Daddy, the DJ, owner of VIRDIKO. You guys make sure you rock with him, man. VIRDIKO is, like I said, make sure you go rock with his stage over there on South by Southwest. Go rock with his stage, man. You know what I'm saying? Go over there. And if you go on to South by Southwest, quick inboxing me, asking me about a stage. I just gave you a guy with a stage right there, right here on the show, man. We just did. And go to VIRDIKO.com. Go to VIRDIKO.com and submit your music, all right, and get your music serviced the right way. One of my favorite ways that I actually get music, all right? So you guys make sure you go check that out, all right? You dig? Let's go. All right. Muggs. Let me see.
What's up?
Let me bring Muggs back over here. Let me bring his mug back, Mug.
Yeah,
there you go. Joining us via Skype. All right, bro. Tell us who we got coming up next. Our next guest.
All right. Man, our next guest coming up, man, my guy, man, Chris Martignago, director, A&R for the director of A&R research for Atlantic Records, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole nother level, man. So we got an A&R from Atlantic Records about to tune in, Chris Martignago, and it's about to go down, man.
Let me see if this is him on the line right here real quick. Let me see. Chris.
No, that's your boy, Dougie.
Oh, this Dougie. Okay, stand by, Dougie. Hold on. You had a question real quick, bro? You got a question?
Yeah, I was just trying to request when I pull up by 30.
Yeah, not playing music tonight. Wrong show. All right, let me see.
Should be like a 941 area
941?
code.
Okay, we'll wait. We'll give him another second. It's literally
it just turned 910.
Yeah,
so
just turned 910. We'll give him a second. All right. But you sent him the text, right? A last minute text and all that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I got my eye on the switchboard to make sure he comes on real quick. But I think the homie from VIRDIKO right there just gave us some
Man, that's some good game right there,
Some
boy. That was
some
nice.
real jewels.
Like you said, man, because everybody think that people should know this kind of stuff, and most people should, but you can't never put no knowledge, man, above or beneath nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? Though it's
Right.
all good knowledge to be soaking up, and opportunities too, man. Like you said, he got stages going on and different performances and stuff, and the DJ distribution of your singles and all that, man, breaking down the game about the 320. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Even
yeah.
that was just some good, different little solid game, man, to hear from somebody on his level, man, for people to know little small stuff like that, man, what count from your record being played by DJs or not being played, whether it's a hot record or not. It's small stuff like that, man, that really count, man. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? That people don't be knowing about.
Absolutely. Here we go. Let's get it. And we're back for our second guest right here on K100 Radio, the MICC Music Industry Conference Call. Right here on K100 Radio. Now joining us. Go ahead, Muggs, and tell us who we got coming on next again. Here we go.
All right, y'all, man. We thank y'all for tuning in, man. It's the second half of the Music Industry Conference Call. We about to bring in my guy, Chris Martignago. Like I said, A&R for Atlantic Records, man. You know what I'm saying? Chris, you on the line, bro?
What is up? I like all the sound effects.
Yes. Let me do it again real quick. Welcome, bro.
Yeah. Standing ovation, man. Bring them in right.
Yeah, we got your face on our Facebook Live and everything. Looking up into the sky, real and deep in thought and stuff. And yeah, we got all that going right now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's awesome.
What's going on, man? Go ahead and
It's the best photo I've ever taken.
I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna stop the background music and give you a couple of seconds. Please formally introduce yourself to our listening audience. Everybody join us live right now on our Instagram Live, our Facebook Live crew. Chris Martignago, Atlantic Records. Go ahead, bro. You got the floor.
Hey, everybody. I'm Chris Martignago. I do A&R research over at Atlantic Records. So what that means is just basically finding new talent, and not just based on taste, but based on data. And it's not just a U.S. game, but global, and it's genre agnostic. So any genre, it's doing something or it's not. And it's my job to make sure I know all of those records and what's going on in the world for the label. And I have a team of 3 people that we do that.
Right off the bat,
I'm
Chris,
based out of Nashville.
Nashville. Okay. I'm the host. I haven't met you. I know you've met Muggs in person, but I haven't met you. I'm Blizzard. I'm the host and the program director over here. I'm a host of this segment and the program director over here at K100 Radio. And this is a show that me and Muggs we do together. Just to help some of the people that listen to our broadcast, which is a heavy independent artist following. We play a lot of independent music, but we play majors also over here. This particular segment that we do is really designed to help. And right off the bat, bro, you said something that I just gotta. Let me give you another sound effect. I want everybody to pause. Right, and just think about what he just said. He said data. All right, he said he finds music that's hot based on the data, not because you brung 50 people to the VIP with you and y'all was all smoking loud and y'all had a couple of bad chicks turning up with you. No, we talking about data. We talking about numbers. Are you really hot? It's one thing to say that you hot and claim that you hot. It's one thing for the numbers to say that you hot. And he off the rip, he said it's his job to know those songs, but. Give me a clear indicator. What kind of numbers are we talking? What piques your interest? And I guess that's my first question that I want to ask you. What level of streaming? What kind of noise? What kind of numbers do you have to really see before Atlantic starts to take a notice?
Man, it's not any like one number particularly, but it's like you've got people all the time are like, I've got 100,000 streams on SoundCloud or like whatever on Spotify, or like I've got 10,000 Shazams, or like any kind of thing that you can put a number to, or like I'm number 50 on the hip hop chart, or I'm number 22 on the alternative chart, or any of that. And it's just like my job also is to provide context. So it's like it's not just about one thing, but what's going on across like multiple. Or if it is on one thing, does it leave that one thing and grow and do more stuff on other platforms, or is it just a part of that individual community? And there's value in that too. But, you know, at a major record label, we're definitely, you know, the kinds of artists and the kinds of business that we try to do. It's a different game. And, you know, I've worked with independent artists. I manage one, R. Lamar, based out of Nashville, currently alternative R&B artist. And, you know, that's done independently through his own channels and our own thing that we do. And so I see how it works, and what, you know, he's not necessarily ready for a major record label. He's building his career and his business, and he's doing it. But, you know, and a lot of independent artists, I think, have the opportunity to do that now. So it's about growing, finding the platforms that your fans identify with, and then growing not only there, but on multiple.
Okay, so it's not just one. You're not going to look at just you threw out 10,000 Shazams, and I'm still having a struggle getting people to understand what the hell Shazam is. You know what I'm saying, on this particular platform. You know, like I'm still getting people to understand the real power of Shazam. You know, they embedded it in Snapchat, and that didn't do anything yet. That hasn't really registered still yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that's going on where they're trying to make that just commonplace. Audio recognition, but. So if someone in your position was to say, let's say an artist had, first of all, let me ask you this: do you consider at all how many plays or streams a song has on a site like Spinrilla or a mixtape site? Does that come into any kind of consideration as someone who may look at an artist?
I mean, any kind of number in any kind of community is viable. It does. I mean, you know, the reason why you will look at Spotify, you know, owning like over like close to about 80% of like the market when it comes to streaming. It's just like, you know, there's so many like other ones that are happening. I mean, we're, you know, aware of all the like niche ones that just have like a community of their own. So I think it's just as impressive being, you know, the biggest artist there as it is being the biggest artist on, you know, on any of the other ones, but, or even like comparably being like the biggest artist on, crap, what was the first one you just said?
Spinrilla, or Dat Piff.
Yeah. So being number one on like Dat Piff versus like number whatever on, Spotify, it's all got its own sort of, you know, it equals different things in just in the real world whenever you're at a show. Like when you have somebody who's like number one on Dat Piff, and like what does that audience look like in Atlanta, or and same thing with Spotify, like, and what does that look like, and then what does it look like from SoundCloud? And it's like they all mean different things, because as long as the community is strong in those areas, like it's impressive. So I don't think it's like anything that you can just like throw out the door. It's like I listen to any numbers that get thrown my way, but ultimately I have to come up with a way to contextualize it and, you know, be like, okay, I'm hearing, you know, it's easy to throw out big numbers or like a high chart position, but I really just am constantly, my whole job is just figuring out what that means. So to answer your question more directly, like I'm very much interested in those sites.
Okay. All right, that's interesting, because
Same platforms.
I didn't think that. Well, you said it's like a point system. You said it's worth what it's worth. It's not the only thing. It's got to be, you know, put with other numbers. But I actually kind of find it a little bit surprising that you actually said, yeah, I actually consider how many what someone's charting on Spinrilla when it comes, you know what I'm saying. But I mean, I guess if it's high enough, it's still kind of slick, undeniable. So I can also get that too.
Yeah,
if it's
numbers
really
is
doing
numbers,
a lot,
man.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, I just have so many people feel like, you know what I'm saying, if they the number one artist on Spinrilla, then that's it. They're done. Then they should be the labels are gonna come knocking. And you did put it into perspective where, look, you know, you got to have that and some more shit. And you can't just have that. You got to have that, and it's got to be across multiple platforms. So I guess when you look at it like that, yeah, because it's one. The whole point is to me is seemingly easier, obviously easier to generate numbers, and some of it can be manipulated falsely. You know what I'm saying? Where others
100%. And
Yeah.
all platforms start somewhere, and I don't want to, it's hard to, if the moment you start discounting, one small one, then you're late when it blows up, and that community starts to become the mainstream. And, if my job is supposed to be innovation and understanding culture and what's going on, then I've got to, I can't just discount it. I have to look at it for what it is. And like you were saying, it's, if you say number one on Spotify versus number one on DatPiff, it's a different thing, and it's just because it's a different community that goes there.
Right.
So it's, I think it's the main difference.
Okay. Muggs, take it away, bro. What question you got?
And I was just gonna piggyback too and get some clarification, man, because I think people got to understand too. And you correct me if I'm wrong though, Chris. Like, it all has to resonate also in real life terms too. You know what I mean? Like you were kind of saying. You got these numbers on these sites, but then you don't got but 20 people show up at one of your concerts though. You know what I'm saying? So I think I know that's something that y'all like. How much does that play a part opposed to the online numbers? If you got a person that can bring out, 1,000 people a night at a show on their own time, though, on their own terms.
Yeah, and the tickets are, that's a number point too. I'm like, that's the thing that's most exciting to me is like, I'm less impressed by somebody who has 1 million streams from all over the world than, and I'm more impressed by the artist that has like 100,000 streams in their hometown. And it's just like, or in a city, just like any one place. It just means that's just genuine interest. And, versus like getting lucky with a playlist or getting, any sort of, or a sync that brings your music to a wide audience, and then suddenly you have 5 fans in every city, and then but it's like you go to that city and there's still only 5 people coming out. It's like I'm definitely more impressed. The live aspect of it. Almost every time whenever we're listening to these acts, we come out and see what the real support is so far.
Good.
Yeah, and so all those numbers, like you're saying though, pretty much are more important. I know all numbers, like you said, count, but like you said, from an A&R perspective and what you doing, analyzing all of the numbers, man, you basically letting people know, artists is tuning in that the live show, the physical numbers, so to speak, you know what I'm saying? Not the digital numbers, but the physical numbers are probably more important on your end than what they would think.
Yes, 100%.
Absolutely. All right.
And it's just, because that's real interest turning into an action, and trying to get somebody out on a Thursday and to not spend time doing anything else, but they come and see you, and they choose to spend that time being there and being around the people, whether it's for you or the community that artist just happens to be, a big like proponent for, then it's just like, that's impressive. They could have been at home watching whatever they wanted, music videos on YouTube or whatever TV show they're currently binging on Netflix,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
So now the last thing too, real quick, I know Blizz, I'm ready to ask you probably something else too. I wanted to find out, because you are in a different lane of A&R than what most people think of when they consider A&R. So what I was going to ask is, do you feel like your role in the A&R perspective has become probably more critical than the just talent scouting, just out and about finding talent type of A&R anyway? Like as far as with the label dependability, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's necessarily more important. I just say, it's more important that it's there. I don't think it's more important than the other aspect. I think there's a reason it's still called A&R research, because there's no amount of numbers in the world that could tell you that, an artist is going to have a long and successful career, but it can tell you when a song is hot, and then, then it's up to the team at Atlantic or any other label that has this department to, be like, is this artist, like, can this artist call this place home? And, can we do the best by this artist that we can, and can we grow this business and all grow together? Or, is this better somewhere else? And it's just, it is what it is. So I don't think it replaces the other. I think it's just now, since it is easier for people to put music out, you can make music in your room and it can sound awesome. But because of that, there's more music than ever, and you gotta kind of cut through the noise a little bit and be like, okay, there's this, I'm pulling 1,000 new artists every week, and I'm pulling down all the way to to the top 60, and even those could all be gone the following week because they were just hot that week. So it's just like, there's just that many artists. So I can only imagine somebody who's not really interested in the data but wants to hear music. It's hard for them unless they just have, that's why they go to a lot of their channels and like managers that they trust or lawyers that they trust, because it's like, there's already that sort of infrastructure in there. But at the same time, there's always an artist that can come out of nowhere and surprise everybody. So I think that's what my main job is to make sure, that nobody just slips by unnoticed.
All right. Great answer. I like it. We're live right now, K100 Radio, the MICC Music Industry Conference Call, hosted by yours truly, Blizzum, and Muggs A Million, right here on K100 Radio, where our second guest of the night, Chris Martignago of Atlantic Records. Now, I've got a couple people asking me questions on social media. Yep, he likes that. On social media, and I also have a phone.
I'm just making my own sound effects over.
Right. Let me see. Area code, we got a call on the phone line. Somebody, of course, the number's 347-934-0966. So you guys can call in and ask questions. I see some people asking me stuff on Facebook Live, so I'm going to ask those questions too. But let me take the caller first. Area code 573-424. Welcome to K100 Radio. Who is this?
What's going on, man? It's Big Boy Montana.
What's going on, bro? You got a question for Chris?
Yeah, I do. He said his job is kind of like making sure that, the good talent don't slip through the crack and go unnoticed. So my question was, for an artist that's like truly independent, pays for all his stuff, pays for his own travel, his own shows, pay to get in shows, but travel all over the nation doing them. What is what else would he need to do to become more noticeable? If he's already traveling all over the country, right? Not country, but nation. And everywhere he goes, he's been liked, but I've been doing music for a long time, so I'm just trying to figure out what I can do to become more noticeable.
All right, good question.
Man, it's, and we were just talking about the communities online and everything, and even communities in person. So it really, like, where are you based?
Hold on, let me open his mic back up real quick. Where are you based at, caller?
Columbia, Missouri, right between St. Louis and Kansas City.
All right.
Okay, cool. And there's a awesome scene in Kansas City and even in St. Louis too. And like for me and in my, like, just in my thinking, I don't know the music that we're talking about or anything, but it's really based around what what are you currently doing, and then looking at the communities that we were talking about, DatPiff or like any of the other streaming thing. It doesn't have to just be a streaming thing, but just working on your own business. And as long as you're making money and doing whatever it is that you want to do, like, that, to me, that's an achievement. But if you're like stuck, and it's just going to be about trying things that you haven't already done yet. So it might just be that you just haven't, that you or whoever it is, hasn't stepped into the right community that needs to hear their music yet, or quite simply, sometimes it's just about getting back in and making a song, because it's just great music. It's like people don't hear something amazing and are just like, I'm not going to tell anybody about that or whatever. And it's like good shit travels around really fast, and that's the biggest thing, is just focusing on just being better and working on your craft and giving, people what they deserve in a time when there's just so much noise and so much just average,
Right. Let me see. Jeremy Fitzbun in Facebook Live, he's asking, his question is, if there if their numbers are that good for streams and fans, what would be the reason to sign to a major if their numbers are that good without a label? And I guess it's kind of a pertinent question considering the accomplishment that Chance the Rapper just did, last night at the Grammys.
100%.
So I guess he's asking, well, if the numbers are really that high, what would be the reason to sign to a label now? I know you're going to have your answer, but I mean, at the end of the day, they're going to have more money, like 99.9% of the time, to push you. That's just a quick answer. But what would you say? What's your answer, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing is like, I think something that Chance said was like, he was talking about independent music, but it's not like he has a team, and they spend their money as it comes in wisely, and they were spending it on the right people and doing the right things. They were essentially operating like they're hiring their team as they go, whereas like a label comes basically equipped with that team ready to go, and either it's a good fit and a good home for you, or it's not. And a major label deal is not for everyone. But it's completely, there's no better system in the world for getting, to the entire world all in, like with a concentrated effort. Whereas, you have to go place to place independently. It's more work, and it's completely possible now more than ever. So I don't think it's a one or the other. It's just a preference. Is like, do you want to put in the work and hire each individual person? And it might sound good at first, and you might find that it's difficult when you get there. Or do you want to put it in the hands of some people that you trust and that already have been, building the system for a long time, and that's what their whole business is built off of. So, but at the end of the day, it's like everybody's just after the same thing. It's great music, and then the rest is all up to preference. Like, do you want to sign? Make sure you do it with people who believe in you and people who, that like buy into what you're doing, and it's not just you're signing because you think that's the end goal. The work, whether you're doing it on your own or with Atlantic, it's just going to get harder.
It's going to get harder. Okay, that's a good answer. One thing I want to ask you though, Chris, and we see these blogs talking about it and what labels are going to do and what they're not going to do. Got to talk about 360 deals real quick because we get asked. We get asked. Yeah. This is a major thing that everybody feels like they know the answer, but do you actually work at Atlantic Records? So since I got somebody that actually works there right now on the air with us, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to the show again, Chris Martignago, right here on K100 Radio for the MICC Music Industry Conference Call, hosted by yours truly and Muggs a Million. 360 deals, bro. Let's jump into that real quick. Is that pretty much at this point status quo? Is 360 just what it is now? Pretty much the old model that was, in the back in the day, before turn of the century and before everybody realized, CDs aren't selling as much, and the labels got to get money all other kind of ways out of the artist, in order to make things work and make sense. Is 360 deals now pretty much basically it? That is what record deals are, or are y'all giving out some other kind of deal that we don't know about these days? Let me know.
Well, okay, so I'm going to try to answer this question as short as possible. I mean, deals happen all sorts of ways, but I'll say that, for a brand new artist, there's so much. Again, we talk about the noise and how much work needs to be done. It used to be that you could just take the record and there was radio and that was it. And then now there's not only radio, but there's a significant amount of work to be done in the streaming space, a significant amount of work to be done to cut through and press, and same thing, and that's not just in the U.S. or in your city, but in like the world. And so a lot of what we're doing is we're in areas where the label used to just, there would be the advance and then working on, just the record. That was all the label really focused on. And then when you wanted to tour, sometimes the label would chip in on support, just, case by case. But now the label is invested in, making sure that you have the money to tour, and you have the money to print awesome merchandise, and you have the money to do all these other aspects of your business that are important now that, maybe you didn't really need to do. There were bands that, they didn't tour. All they did was they sold records, and then those artists could get signed. And then it was just kind of, it's just different now. So I think one of the bands that I work with was one of the first examples. That band's Paramore. And, the way that their touring was able to build and how they were able to, go like from a grassroots campaign and all the way to, they had a number 2 top 40 song, but it took like 10 years to get there. So it's, it's less, again, it's like, some labels, there's independent deals and there's all sorts of deals out there, but we're invested in the whole thing and not just the records.
Well, you know what? I mean, it's interesting that you would say that, Chris, because, and I'm gonna let Muggs ask you another question real quick after this one, because someone else on Facebook Live, people are, chattering and they're commenting, listening to you and they're commenting on my Facebook Live, and you said that you're interested in more, and basically they're alluding to a question that they're asking is, would you guys just see someone who has amazing talent? Let's say because here's the thing, the traditional role, was back in the day before you had all these outlets in the internet and you had all this data. People would go out to places and they would just see somebody singing or some band and they would just blow the crowd away, and it was excellent, standing ovation. And the A&R said, "That's raw talent. We can do something with that." So basically, another question being posed on Facebook is, without all the data, without having any data, without ever seeing any numbers, will y'all give someone a record deal just because you was at, let's say, South by Southwest or A3C or something, and you seen this artist kill the stage, and everybody in the crowd, by the time the show was over, everybody in the crowd knows the hook, knows half of the verses, and everybody's going completely crazy. You've never heard of them. You've never seen them on Spotify. You don't know if they don't even know what Dat Piff is, but you know talent. What about that situation? Are you giving these guys a call?
Yeah, 100%. And I'll tell you that and that's why I said earlier about A&R. There's a reason why it's still called A&R research, not just research, because the artist side of it, there's no amount of data in the world that, again, can tell you that an artist is going to have a career, but a great voice singing a great song or a great, any of it, it's just, there's nothing like it, and you recognize it when you hear it. And, I think being the A&R person, it's just been, doing something about it. So, and we've signed, two of the past acts that we signed on our personal roster had nothing going on. It was just an amazing voice, and it's like to give you the example is somebody saw them at a venue in Atlanta, actually, at a conference, and they freaked out. She was amazing, and we found out she lived in our city, so we went to the school where she was just being taught some production stuff, and we just heard her sing, I think it was like Sia's Elastic Heart in the studio. And it was just that voice and seeing her sing it, and it was just like that's it. That's like there's like nothing else to really to talk about. Like we'll figure it out. And in that sense, that part of A&R is still alive. But again, there's so much music out there, and it's about the research side of it. And what I do is I bring it to the table. It doesn't mean we sign everything that sells. At the end of the day, we have to believe in it, and we have to have that feeling. And when we see it live, we know. And when we meet them, we know. And at least to the best of our abilities, it doesn't always work out, but we try to collectively work as a team. So to answer your question short, we definitely still sign people without numbers.
Interesting.
Nice. Nice.
Let me sum out. That was too low. Let me do that again. All right. It wasn't loud enough the first time. It wasn't loud enough. One more call. One more call. I got another caller, Muggs. This is about those guys, and we'll come over to you.
Are you good?
Area code 216-701. This is K1's Radio. Who's this?
Cleveland.
Is that Cleveland?
Yeah, it's Cleveland. 216.
It's Johnny O. How y'all doing?
Oh,
I'm saying
Johnny.
it's got to be OG. It might
Oh,
be OG
man.
checking in. I was thinking about you too when I heard
DJ
you sing
Johnny.
in
Oh,
Cleveland.
man. Wow. DJ Johnny O, the head of the Nerve DJs Coalition, is on the phone line for this segment, man. What's happening, bro? What's good?
What up, OG?
Man, I'm calling in showing love, that's all.
Well,
I support those who support me.
well, thank you, bro. I
Support
really
us,
appreciate
you
it.
know what I mean?
That's awesome.
I appreciate it, man.
What's up, Kev? How you doing?
I like them
Yo.
Letterman jackets too, boy. I seen that earlier, man. That's gonna be on fire right
Oh,
there.
you like the new jacket?
Yeah.
I like
Thank
it.
you, sir. Thank you. How you been, my brother?
Well, everybody's
can't
good,
complain,
man.
bro.
Everybody's good. I can't complain. I know you guys got a lot of stuff going on. I know you got some stages coming up at South by Southwest and all that. I definitely want to let you plug it, but right now,
yes, sir.
right now we're on the line with Chris Martignago. Martignago, my bad, at Atlantic Records over at A&R. Yeah, your name has been killing me the whole time.
Yeah.
A&R over at Atlantic
No,
Records.
it's all good.
Martignago, I got it. Martignago over at Atlantic Records, and that's who I got over here. We got him on the line right now, DJ Johnny O. And this is the head of one of the biggest coalitions in the Midwest, in the nation, but definitely the biggest coalition in the Midwest. Nerve DJs. He's the guy that runs it. Can you pose a question to Chris for us, man? I'd like to hear a question that you've got for A&R at Atlantic. You know what I'm saying? Just while everybody's listening.
Wow.
Just
So
Wait, where are you based?
I'm Cleveland, Ohio.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they helped.
the coldest
Hey,
I've ever
real
been was
quick,
in
Chris,
Cleveland,
just a
Ohio.
little history on them. Man. They helped break Machine
Cleveland,
Gun Kelly.
Ohio. Yeah, we
Right
born
off
and raised
the
here.
Cup Lake.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah. They was
So,
behind that whole movement.
My question is, how has the A&R scene changed from in the last 20 years in your eye? I mean, I don't know how long you've been at A&R, but in your time frame, how has A&R changed? Because I just jumped on the call.
Yeah, no, it's all good. So I started about 5 years ago. I'm definitely not a senior at the label, but I'm not brand new. And in the amount of time that I've been there, I mean, there's definitely been a heavy emphasis on the research side of it. Like, I know you didn't catch it until now, but we were talking about like the difference between numbers and then artists that are just, great and they don't necessarily have numbers yet or anything. So I think it's just defining what the balance of that is and, learning that we can't just sign everything that has numbers, and just like we can't sign everything that's great. It's about ultimately, finding the artists that are, the right fit for the company, and, bringing the artists so they can find out if Atlantic is the right fit for them. And, the answer is usually, a lot of times it's no, but every now and then it's a yes, and we always do our best from there. So that's the biggest change I can tell is just from the research perspective, and then just making sure that we have experts from the different communities around for every genre, and just knowing what's going on in the scene, because it's still very much about that. But making sure that our company is just as diverse as the music that we're working with.
I have a question
Great.
though. I've got to ask this because I've got A&R at Atlantic Records on the phone, and I've got the head of Nerve DJs on the phone with me. So wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask this. The relationship between the A&R and the DJ, where is that at right now? Because some people, let's just keep everything 100, and we're going to, this is what we do at K1's Radio. Right now, some people feel like the DJs are the A&R. Like some people would tell me A&Rs are, unless they're, they're not really needed. The DJs are the people who really break records and make you hot, blah, blah. You have people that say that. And then, the relation, I want to talk about the relationship between A&Rs and DJs, because it would seem like that would be like an ironclad relationship, because honestly, DJs are going to know what's hot in a city, at least in a local area, if not nationally in the street, if not nationally, but definitely in the street in their local area and beyond, or in the state. I would think far before an A&R would, because even before Spotify, DatPiff, or whatever, all those analytics start showing you data, Chris, I would definitely say that DJ Johnny O and Nerve DJs has probably heard that record months ago, and they already know it's hot. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
let's while I've got the head of a coalition on the phone and an A&R on the phone, let's talk about the relationship between the A&R and the DJ. Like, I pose that question to you, Chris, and if you don't mind, while we got DJ Johnny O here, and we only got 15 minutes, but if you don't mind, I would alternatively like for him to just kind of bounce off of you with it. Do you feel like the relationship? Do you guys have relationships with DJs? What do you feel the DJ's role is in discovering music for the label?
Man, I mean, I'll tell you that the guy that gave me my job started out in radio. He was a DJ in Orlando. He programmed the first alternative rock station in Orlando, Florida. And that's how he got his job, was he was spinning records before anybody else heard of them, and he was first. And, you know, ultimately Atlantic ended up giving him his job. A lot of people who work in the business now, a lot of them started, you know, as DJs or in some facet in that world. And then, you know, today he's still calling, you know, he's calling people in Kansas City, he's calling people in all these cities, and, you know, just having conversations about music that they both love. And, you know, one will bring up like, man, there's this kid that I just saw out at a club and it was great, and I spun it on the radio. And there's, you know, I think there's a lot of trust that's there. So it's really just about, I mean, ultimately it's like, the DJ can spin it. Just I think it goes back and forth. The DJ can spin it all they want, and it doesn't mean that a particular A&R person is going to love it. Just like an A&R person can sign any act that they want, and the DJ is not necessarily going to want to spin it because it's not, you know, what they want to play or what they think their audience wants to hear. So I mean, like, I think the relationship is still very tight, and I think it's just, everybody has their own relationships and friendships, and it's, you know, it's usually based off of a common theme of like whether you like the music they listen to or not. I think. I mean, Johnny O, do you want to talk about that a little bit more?
You know, as a street mobile DJ for the last 40 years, we've always considered ourselves street A&Rs. You know, because we normally get it first and we make it hot. But we created a lot of relationships with, you know, with like Def Jam. I worked for Def Jam for 7 years in the 90s. Russell Simmons hired me on, you know, because I was big in the Midwest. I had a magazine. I was getting all the music, playing everything. Kind of broke Public Enemy in the state of Ohio, broke Chubb Rock throughout Ohio, because the labels were coming directly to me. Hey, let me check this music out. This is a sample. Don't get it out to nobody. Just listen to it on your cassette tape and let us know what it is, what you think. And that's how we kind of dealt with the A&Rs and the marketing people from labels. But then those people who didn't get to the A&Rs, that's where we came in as the street A&Rs, because we got to them before the labels got to them. So DJs have always considered themselves a arm to the A&R, a direct path to the A&R people, at least here in the city of Cleveland. And one of the reasons Big Hef approached Nerve DJs in our first 4 or 5, 6 years. I think we was in our 6th year when he approached us. 7 years. We were 7 years old when he seen what we were doing with the conference, the meet and greets, the listening sessions every Sunday, things of that nature. He said, you know, I'm kind of working with Eminem as an A&R, and I like to bring my things to the Nerve DJ. So that's how we brought Big Hef in, with that record label experience and those contacts. And that's one of the things that grew us from 300 DJs in 2010 to over 3,000 DJs, 3,000 members right now. And with the tours and the conference calls and everything, we have direct contact with most of the A&Rs out here. And that's how we get music first. That's how we got Meek Mill on our call tomorrow. And the DJs have to align themselves with the A&Rs and the labels. So I don't think it'll ever go away.
Some real jewels
I know I
been
said a
dished
lot
out
in
right
a little
now.
bit of time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Some real. This conversation
Yeah.
was not planned, but I'm glad it happened. Definitely, I'm definitely not gonna be mad at
Yeah,
that.
I was about to send you some new music. That's why I seen your email. I said, "Oh, I got to call in on this." Them both my brothers right there.
Oh man, thank you for
Sure.
calling
That's
in,
awesome.
bro.
Nah, man, that's all love, Johnny O. You know it.
This conversation is just
Right.
it's stellar because you've got you've got really two main facets that it's going to take to really at the end of the day, people, independent artists and people can rock with us and we can do, we can plug them in and we can do a certain amount of things, but these DJs and A&Rs, when you talk about becoming a superstar, there's no getting around any these instances. Now, like I said, someone asked the question because of the success that Chance the Rapper had, and do you really need Atlantic? Do you really need A&Rs? Blah blah. Listen, that's one instance. What about you know how many artists? People tend to always kind of just get beside themselves when something happens like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, now y'all want to just
Right.
destroy all the labels and just the hell with Atlantic, and you don't need anybody. You could do it on your own. Listen. Whoa, listen. We're not saying you can't, but let's just keep everything in perspective and wonder. You know what I'm saying about the realistic goals and just be realist about everything. There's enough music and there's enough
Right.
artists for somebody to be signed to Atlantic, for somebody for DJ Johnny O to break a record and somebody become street hot and then get a deal, for another Chance the Rapper to happen. You feel me? I mean, it is what it is. It can happen all kinds of ways. Like every time I hear someone's story who's made it, I'm throwing my quotes. If you can't see it, everybody's listening. When you made it, everybody's
Right.
story is different. I've never heard anybody's singular path literally go the exact same way ever in life. You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't be the same in music, and that's what I would pose to anybody that's listening to this conversation. But I'm glad that this conversation happened, because you just heard the A&R say, listen, yes, we rock with the DJs, and you just heard a major DJ saying, yes, we're the arm of the A&R on the streets. So can y'all please just stop
That's
trying to
right.
make everybody fight? Can we all get along and get some money? Yes.
That's how I work.
Sir.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
You gotta get a sound effect for quotes.
Yeah, I knew I need that because I
Whatever
was
that
throwing my
sounds
fingers
like.
up. Yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, Chris, but that's a good idea. I got one more caller though, because this is about the people. This is about the artists. Jay Shields, what's going on, bro? Checking in over here, man. The SCM Awards is going down. Make sure you rock with us. If you got our email blast, our Seriously Spin Where the category has been posted up. The SCM Awards is going down. Go over there and vote. SCMAwards.com. Shout out to him. I see he jumped over here on Instagram Live. We got a call on the line. 770-255. Welcome to Cable 100 Radio, the MICC. What's up? Who's this?
What's good, man? This Sid Wines on the line. What's poppin', y'all?
What's
How y'all
going
doing?
on, brother? What's happening, man? Said
All right.
Wines. What's going on? Really dope
We're doing
producer.
good.
Really dope producer on the line. He's got the heat. He's dope. What you got for us, Sid? You got a question?
Yeah, I got two real quick questions. I got one is the A&R, the question I got is the A&R the way you approach with the artist, do you approach the same way with the producer as well, as far as like the numbers and analytics and stuff like that? And also, how does somebody go about becoming an A&R? Because I've been trying to find, because I always want to try to do something like that, but I never could find at least a way or at least one step to how to be an A&R or get to that point, or what do I do, or what to do? You know what I'm saying? So those are two questions I had.
That is a really good question, though. I actually
Okay,
like that
so-
question. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll answer the first one, and then I'll answer the second one. Surprise. The first one is, so a lot of times it's like if a song pops off, like this Kyle record with Lil Yachty, that's like I Spy, that's just like going through the roof right now. It's like the producer that did that's Ayo. And it's like a lot of times when I see something growing like that and then just kind of seeing an overarching theme, a lot of times that's how we approach like discovery of producers. Sometimes it's just, on recommendation of like another producer that knows this guy. And then ultimately it's just like, if we like, the music that's being created, and then if it pairs, that's the environment we were looking for these really great songs that we've got with these really great artists. We need somebody who can come in and really, production is like just as important as the song in 2017. And, that's how we approach it, is just
I think I hope that I answered your question on that. If I didn't, then I'll answer it again if I didn't. But to answer your second question, it's just like anybody. I think that the first step to the A&R process, in my opinion, what I was taught, like when I was just starting out with it, is just having a process of like how I find new music, and it's not just, you know, I go to this playlist, or I subscribe to this blog, or I do this or whatever. It's like a constant, like, active listening versus this passive listening experience, you know, of going through all of the average stuff and then picking out, you know, these are my top 5 favorites. And I did the research and I looked through it, and, you know, I know that they're not signed. I know that they don't have anybody on their team right now, but I just love the music, or I hear something in it that I love that I think I could help and add to this project. So, I mean, as far as like how you can get started with doing that, I think it's just, you know, coming up with what is your process of how you listen to music and how you discover. And then from there, it's about, okay, now that you've found these acts, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to produce it? Like a lot of producers are really great A&R people, like Rick Rubin and what he did with like Johnny Cash and everything. It's crazy for him to be like, I want to take an artist that, you know, is like to everybody else is past their prime, but I think they're great and could have something in them. And to him, the perfect example of that was Johnny Cash. And so he, you know, he built the record and freed Johnny Cash, so to speak. And if you haven't already, you should watch this documentary series called Sound Breaking. It's amazing. PBS did it, and it covers like everything, and it's amazing. So yeah, I mean, that's the answer to me, is that there's no one particular way to do it. It's just about finding the process, doing something about it, and then you know, building the team around the stuff to make it happen, or joining a team that will, you know, facilitate you making it happen.
All right.
And for me, that team's Atlantic.
All right. Yeah. So, and you said earlier about how you kind of the people that you met kind of got you plugged in, you know, from there. I think it was a really good question, because producers, you know, production deals really quick. Oh man, we coming up on the clock.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Quick,
I know, man. That conversation went
so
that conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, real quick, though, because I got to make sure that you know, we give a chance for you to give out any contact information and stuff like that. So we got to make sure we can do that. But just production deals, you know, is Atlantic actively looking to sign people to production deals? Are you giving out production deals to producers? Is that still something that you guys really are doing a lot over there at Atlantic right now today?
I mean, we're definitely not giving them out, but if it's, I mean, amazing, we always find a way to make amazing things happen, you know. So if it's amazing, like, we want to hear it. So, and is this the point where you want me to give my contact stuff?
Yeah, you heard the chick say 90 seconds. I can't cut it off. That's my switchboard.
Yeah.
I can't cut that off.
No, it's okay. So
yeah.
my email is my first last name at atlanticrecords.com. And if you want to hit me up on Twitter or Instagram, it's at VoicesChris.
Do you? And one question. Do you really check your email and check for what people send you? As
60 seconds.
Yeah. 100%. If I think it's dope, then I'll let you know, and if I don't think it's awesome, I'll also let you know.
Chris.Martignago. I'm going to put his name on the board so you guys can, if you're on Facebook Live, you can see it one more time. Chris Martignago he said Chris.Martignago at Atlantic Records, right? Is that right?
Yeah. At Atlantic.com.
Yep.
At Atlantic.com, my bad. At Atlantic.com.
Atlanticrecords.com.
Okay, okay. Chris.Martignago at AtlanticRecords.com.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we got it. So if you're on my Facebook Live feed, you can see how to spell his name. I got it on the screen. Chris.Martignago at AtlanticRecords.com. If you know how to spell that, if you're on my Instagram Live, go over there and look at those posts that we've been posting forever and a day, all the past couple of days, and you should easily be able to find that. I appreciate your time, Chris. I really
10 seconds.
Yeah, I really thank you for coming through. It was a great conversation. And I also appreciate, you know, you having a conversation with DJ Johnny O right quick. You know what I'm saying? I think that was a conversation, you know, although it was quick, it really needed to be heard.
That was awesome.
Yeah, really needed to be heard, really needed to be said. Yeah, really need to be. Oh, no, wait. I don't care about going over. I got to ask you this one last question. I got to. What the hell? I'm tripping. And I'm DJ Johnny O. I see you still on the phone line, bro. Don't go nowhere. But I'm gonna ask him this question. I'm gonna let DJ Johnny O tell you guys about his South by Southwest stage and stuff. But internet radio. I gotta ask you, what do record labels think about internet radio? I cannot let you leave here because this is what we do.
Yeah, make sure this count. This count, don't it?
Discount. This is internet radio. What are you guys thinking about internet radio over there? How do you guys view it? Are you guys looking at it as a viable source? I don't know if you know. I'm pretty sure this is your what you do, but they've started monitoring internet radio with BDS. We're one of the few BDS monitored radio stations in the nation. So Nielsen is now tracking us and tracking what we play. Our reports show up on their reports now. It's only about 8 stations in the nation that's doing it, and we're one of them. Internet radio. So how serious are you guys taking what we're playing over there? How serious is Atlantic Records taking something that a curator like myself may say? Are you looking at what we're talking about as well?
100%. As far as a spin is a spin. I mean, no matter where it is, and then it's just whatever the audience is that's there, and whatever the reaction is. We're constantly trying to look. Personalities are personalities, and it just. Everybody has their own effect, so it's not like we're not discounting it. So I'm just all I want is for people to hear great music, and anybody else who's pushing that, like that, that's what I want, and that's what I think anybody wants. So the more people that are talking about awesome music, the better in my book.
All right, that's what I want to know. Have you ever heard of DRT? I know you know about Nielsen. Do you check BDS reports, right? Nielsen BDS reports. You get though, I'm sure.
I use BDS every week.
Okay, so that's just something that we want to make sure that we reiterate to our listeners and our audience, because again, like internet radio, we're just starting, to get recognized, and with us being BDS monitored, we're trying to get artists to understand the importance of getting their songs encoded. So when we're spinning it, you people like yourself can literally see these spins. One other thing, because there's also been a back and forth with people in the internet radio community about a service called DRT, Digital Radio Tracker. Have you ever heard of it?
No, that I actually don't know.
Okay, so I just wanted to ask you a question.
You're teaching me something.
Well,
Digital Radio Tracker. I'm actually typing it right now.
Yeah, Digital Radio Tracker is a service that tracks a lot of stations that don't get tracked by Nielsen.
I've just seen it as DRT. I didn't know that it was Digital Radio Tracker.
Yeah, DRT. So do you look at those reports?
No, but I do now.
Well, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome, DRT.
Welcome to the MICC, ladies. Welcome to the MICC.
You're welcome, DRT. Can I get my reports free now? Anyway, thank you, bro. Right here on K100 Radio. Chris Martignago over at Atlantic Records. Remember, Chris.Martignago at Atlantic Records. He says he checks his email. You know what I'm saying? I might shoot you one myself. Thank you, bro. For hanging out with us, man.
Make sure it's awesome.
After, man. Really appreciate it, man. Nice to meet you.
Yes, I appreciate you, Chris, checking in, my man. We'll be in touch.
Thank you, guys. Keep championing great music.
All right. Thank you. All right. We're a little bit over the 10 o'clock hour, but I can still go, and I still got the big homie DJ Johnny O over here on the phone line real quick. Let me bring Muggs a Million back over here. Front and center. All right, let me jump back over here to DJ Johnny O. This is an added plus for everybody listening. Now we just showing off.
Yeah.
Now we just showing off. We just showing off now. All right,
yes,
we just showing off now. All right, DJ Johnny O, what's going on, bro?
Show your stuff.
What's happening, brother?
Go ahead, Blizzard.
Real quick, I know you said you got a call with Meek Mill coming up tomorrow. You got the South by Southwest stage. I just want to give you the floor real quick for anybody that's listening. Tell everybody what Nerve DJs has got going on right now.
This will be our 7th year for our conference call without ever missing one call in 7 years. Tomorrow we feature Meek Mill on his first conference call. So this will be his first conference call, and he'll be on with the Nerve DJs tomorrow, 7 p.m. We have our 6th year doing South by Southwest. We got stage dates March 16th and 17th at the Dirty Dog Bar right on 6th Street. So if anybody's looking to perform, just go to the Nerve DJs website, nervedjs.com, click the banner, check out our event page. You get free write-up in the Hype magazine, get 2 different magazines. You get spins on our FM station out of Kokomo, Indiana. Spins on Nerve DJs Radio, 60 days of promotion, things a whole lot for the little bit of money that we charge. So, and that's March 16th and 17th. We got a tour, a 14-city tour, jumping off February 25th in Chicago. February 26th, I'll be over at the Block Club DJs, 6th annual meet and greet with DJ Sluggo and all the Block Club DJs. So, you know, it's all about networking, and, you know, DJs got to support DJs.
Absolutely, man.
So that's what we got going on the first quarter. And April the 20th, we're doing our first international conference and showcase in Toronto, Canada.
So, oh, man.
That's with our international division.
Get my passport right.
Let me
get my passport right.
Going on.
Get my passport and everything right, man. Pull
get
it
your
up.
Passport right. You better have your passport right, 'cause Trump might not let you back in.
Man, what you said.
Yeah, 45 on some other shit. 45 is on the other shit. Sincere the truth. What's going on Instagram Live? All right, man. I just wanted to, I just wanted the real treat. You know, we in overtime. I got to get ready to get up out of here. I wish I didn't, because, you know, we had DJ Johnny O, and we posed a really great question to an A&R at Atlantic Records. If you guys missed that, of course, you know this is going to be recorded. It's going to be on SoundCloud. Also, we're going to put the visual up on YouTube, and of course, you can always find the recording of. We can find the Facebook Live session over there on Facebook Live. It's a public feed, so we always leave these up public. So anybody can watch them after the fact. I appreciate everybody that's been rocking with us. I see Sharice Hicks was over here, and she was giving a lot of feedback. Anthony Harris, Jay Harden checked in. Said Wines, Dump Truck Records. C. Renee, what's going on? Carol Soto with Tampa Music Conference. The homie Kev from VIRDIKO, he jumped on the Facebook Live feed after the fact. Jeremy Fitzbun, Nate Smith, Brandon. Who else?
Hey, I want to shout out Jay Harden, man. I'm glad you said his name, man, bro. Hey,
yeah,
you on to something, boy. You on to something. I DM'd you, man. Hit me up, bro. We need to talk.
Everybody, yeah, that particular direct line interview was in our email blast. It was a really great interview, and he gave away some real game. You know what I'm saying? It's a real.
It's out to you, bro. Salute.
Yeah, DJ Johnny O, man. I just want to again. I want to say again, while I got him on the line, man. This brother's been super supportive of us over at over at K100 Radio, and again, I really think that him, giving us his stamp of approval has really helped us and our following with various people in the industry. So we always appreciative of that over here at K100 Radio. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it, bro.
I support the real, man, and y'all definitely real as it can get. So salute all the way. You got my support every day I can get on. So
I got to get on one of them panels, OG.
Yeah, in Toronto, Canada.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to talk about that.
That's the next panel.
Yeah, I definitely got to get on me a Nerve DJ panel, conference call type stuff. I definitely got to do it. Thank you, man. I thank you for calling in, man, and thank you for chopping it up. You know what I'm saying, with Chris, and you know what I'm saying, that made this caller and this MICC segment a little more epic. All right, I appreciate it, bro.
Cool. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
All right, we got to get ready to get up out of here. I really appreciate it, man. Everybody who rocked with us over here tonight on K100 Radio for another installment of the MICC Music Industry Conference Call. Jewels were dropped. Game was given out for real. For real. I want to thank our guest again, man. Really appreciate Big Daddy, the DJ, owner of VIRDIKO, man. He came out. He gave out some basic stuff that you should have known, but you probably didn't, but you need to know. And then he gave out some jewels. Also, Chris Martignago, A&R at Atlantic Records. And then we slid DJ Johnny O in for a couple of minutes, for a couple of ticks real quick to chop it up with us at the very end. That was just unexpected, so appreciate Head of Nerve DJs Coalition rocking with us, man. Thanks everybody who listened on Instagram Live or Facebook Live. Appreciate all that. Again, remember, if you missed any part of this conversation, you can listen to it on SoundCloud, and you'll also be able to watch it on YouTube, or you can find the Facebook Live session over there. It'll be posted on our page, and it's going to stay public, so it'll be up there if you feel like you want to just watch it on Facebook Live. Muggs, anything you want to say before we get ready to get up out of here, bro?
Nah, man, appreciate everybody tuning in. Again, man, y'all don't never know what you're going to get, man, checking in with the mic. So, you know what I mean? We got special guests on top of special guests checking in, man. They showing love, K100. Appreciate you again, Blizzum, for the love and the opportunity. Everybody follow your boy, Instagram, Twitter, at MUGS_8million. Holla at your boy.
Holla at the homie, man, at Muggs a Million, man. And we're going to do this again I don't know about next month because we got so much going on next month.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It might get a little busy. Yeah, we might have to wait till April. I ain't gonna lie.
It might go into April with South by and all this other kind of stuff that people got going on.
Yeah, it's gonna be busy on my end too, though.
Yeah,
so that's cool. We might jump off a month, but we will be back. So y'all stay tuned, man.
And
I got that new page. The mic. Y'all go check the mic page out on your Facebook, man. Everybody on the Facebook Live, go like that. The mic page. I'm gonna be dropping jewels in there on the regulars. You know what I'm saying? And keep y'all in tune on the schedule. You know what I mean?
All right, man. I appreciate everybody rocking with us, man. That's what's up, man. Again, we out of here. What am I gonna lead off with? Let me see what I got over here. What's new? Let me see. Nah, I ain't gonna do no R&B. I was gonna do R&B, but nah, we're gonna lead off with some hip hop. I was gonna do it, and I changed my mind. Let me see what I got over here. This new. I do like the CeeLo Green and Tone Trump. CeeLo Green was on some other shit. I don't know what the hell CeeLo Green was doing.
He come up in there looking like an Oscar award, didn't he?
I guess, you know what I'm saying. I don't know, man. Fuck it. I'll let Sean take us away, man. Don't do us no favors. Don't do me no favors. Featuring Slim Shady. All right, we out. K100 Radio.
That's that. Make it, boy, we gotta make it. You can save your hand, I ain't gotta shake it. Everything lined up for the taking. And what I need from them, no favors.